Merry Christmas, all of you wonderful human beings. And even to those viewers who aren't human beings, you might be a very intelligent dog or an extraterrestrial. I don't know. Here we are at the end of 2016, and it is tradition on this channel to do a Christmas video that I will put up on Christmas Day, and you're allowed to watch it even if you don't celebrate Christmas. I don't discriminate. It's all good. I was going to do a different game entirely, but this game came out last week, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's the best game in the series, and I've replayed it a couple times. We're going to try to do the full hundo. We'll see how we go. I will apologize, because the game is so new, you might not want to watch the video because of spoilers if you haven't played it yourself. I will say, though, that there's not much to spoil in the game, and the enjoyment you get from the game is not going to be from, like, the surprises that crop up anyway, so if you do want to avoid the video until you've played the game yourself, here are links to all of my previous Christmas videos. Feel free to relive those memories, and then come back to this one at a later date. It will be here for you until the end of time. So let's hop in here. We're going to do a new game, and you unlock this hero mode after you complete the game once, which starts you off with a bunch of your abilities, kind of like how Shantae in the Pirate's Curse had a hero mode that started you with all her pirate abilities. But it lets you sequence break, kind of, but you still have to do, there's like a lot of backtracking you have to do as part of the main plot. You still have to do some of that backtracking anyway, so it doesn't really, I think this is the better way to play the game, just with the base character, although this is probably the way a lot of speedrunners will do it. We're going to be skipping all the story sequences, even though I think the writing in this game is great. It has a really great Saturday morning cartoon vibe to it. I just want to get to the gameplay. I just want to have fun playing this game for you guys, and kind of chillax with all of you. Just do like an end of the year wrap, you know, like I usually do with my Christmas videos. Pretty much every Shantae game starts with a opening area, like an intro sequence that I wish wasn't in the game. Like this thing where Shantae's in her jammy jams and is running through the forest. Like, it was cute the first time, but I've replayed this game like 4 times since it came out, and I'm already kind of tired of this opening area. Wow, this Christmas video is starting off pretty negative. But the rest of the game is absolutely great. Previous to this, my favorite Shantae game was Risky's Revenge. A lot of people, that's not a very popular opinion amongst Shantae fans. A lot of people prefer the, yeah, get wrecked, Gremlin. Enjoy that fireball. A lot of people prefer the original game. I don't as much, because I think the original game it's good, but it's also very, like, unpolished. There's a lot of rough edges in that game that prohibit me from enjoying it on replays as much as I liked the sequel. And then Pirate's Curse, a little too sprawling, a little too long. It's a great game, but I didn't enjoy replaying it as much over and over. This game and Risky's Revenge hit a sweet spot of games that, like, they hit that sweet spot of replayability. You will never get bored replaying this game, as far as I can tell, except for that 1-minute opening sequence, which isn't the best thing. Of course, if you're speedrunning Risky's Revenge, the big problem with the opening sequence is trying to get enough gems to buy the stuff you need at the beginning of the game, which isn't always possible. The little bit of Risky's Revenge speedrunning that I did involved quite a lot of resetting over and over and over until you got, I think it was 70 gems you needed at the beginning. That was on the Steam version. It actually wasn't a problem on the DS version, because the DS version gave you a bunch of free gems, although I forget why now. It was some kind of compatibility with another Shantae game, I think. Oh no, it was Mighty Switch Force. It looked to see if you had like a Mighty Switch Force installed on your DS, and if you did, Risky's Revenge gave you a bunch of free gems. So you could buy all kinds of great stuff at the beginning of the game. If you need to know how fun this game is, like if you're kind of wary about spoilers and you want to wait to play with yourself, play the game for yourself, just look at how happy Shantae and Sky are on this level select screen. That tells you everything you need to know about this game. So they have abandoned the Metroidvania style of the first 3 games, which I think is a good idea, because while those games were really good and they were really fun, it always felt like a lot of the game areas, they were struggling with the Metroidvania style, the open world style of the game. In the dungeons, because the previous Shantae games have like Zelda-style dungeons, I think that openness worked really well. But a lot of exploring the game world itself, especially in the original, got very got very tedious and tiresome. This game was a Kickstarter game. It's the first game that I personally Kickstarted that has come out. I've only Kickstarted one other game, and it's not out yet, and hopefully one day it will come out. One of the stretch goals they didn't meet in the Kickstarter was full voice acting, although they did apparently get enough money to do this wonderful vocal song, which plays repeatedly in this area. So if you take too long to complete this area, you get to listen to this song over and over and over again. We'll hear it in total when we run the end credits. It'll be fine. I really should be farming up more gems in this. We need a lot of gems over the course of the game. I think the biggest roadblock to getting the full hundo in this game is it involves buying everything from the shop, and that means getting hundreds and hundreds of gems over the course of the game. The first time you play the game, and maybe the second time, this is probably fine because you'll be replaying areas a lot more often because you don't know where everything is yet. But on replays, after you kind of become familiar with the game and where all the stuff is, it's just going to be more and more tedious. I don't know the best way to grind gems. I'm sure there's a really fast and efficient way to just get hundreds of gems. But I haven't done enough experimenting with the game to know what that is yet. I've cleared the game once. I played it my first time on stream, and I cleared it again to kind of familiarize myself with the path. Then I did a hero mode run, and now I'm doing this run. So this is my fourth time through the game. That's actually not true, because I had an abortive test recording for this to make sure everything was set up and played the first few levels, but that doesn't really count. That doesn't really count because I declare it to be so. I think 2016, I guess people don't particularly like 2016. They think it's one of the worst years on record, predominantly because so many great celebrities died this year, which is a shame. We won't hash on that too long, though, I don't think. But for me, for games, I thought 2016, especially the end of 2016, was a great time for games. And this game came out towards the end of the year. Final Fantasy 15 came out, and that game is phenomenal, by the way. Like, I don't know how far back I would have to go in the series before I find a Final Fantasy game that I enjoyed as much as this one. Let's see. Okay, because I didn't play 14. It's an MMO. Whatever, it doesn't count. I mean, 13 I enjoyed, asterisk. There's a lot of problems with that game in a lot of ways that 15 solves. 12 is great, but there's almost too much game in 12. Like, I didn't complete 12 when I first bought it. Like, I got, I don't know, 40 or 50 hours into it, and then became very fatigued with it and put it on the shelf for a few months, and went back and finished it later with a strategy guide. Before that was 11, again, an MMO doesn't count. 10 I just don't like. So I guess you have to go back to Final Fantasy 9, which was 16 years ago now, to find a Final Fantasy game that I've enjoyed as much as I enjoyed this new one. Like, I would even recommend Final Fantasy 15 to people who don't like Final Fantasy games in general. Like, it's that different from the rest of the series. This boss is called the Poop Toot, for reasons that will do. First, we gotta ring the bell to get the explosive charge up there. This boss actually took me to figure out what was going on. I do wish that I had some way to farm up enough gems in the city area, in the starting town, to be able to buy my pike ball, but you can't. Wait for those 4 shots. I do think the difficulty of this game is front-loaded. I think the hardest levels are up front because you start with so few hearts and you don't have a way to get, like, healing items very early in the game. But after you get through a few levels and you have enough gems to buy some upgrades, you have enough heart holders, and you can essentially afford infinite healing. So it's the first 2 bosses. This boss and the boss of the first, I guess it'd be the second level. This is the first level. I almost thought of this in terms of like an introductory level, kind of like Mega Man X has the highway stage. But no, this is a full level in its own right. It's just the basic Shantae gameplay, but that's fine. This game has some really creative levels, but as you can see, like I said, they kind of abandoned the whole Metroidvania idea for like a Mega Man style level select, and I think the result of that are levels that are very, very well designed. They didn't have to design the levels to be traversable in two directions. They didn't have to design the levels without, say, like instant death pits, which kind of never worked in the series. And there's a lot of backtracking involved. Like, the story requires you to go through each level twice, at least. There is, of course, dancing, which is back after being absent in Pirate's Curse. There are lots of transformations in this game, which really helps its replayability, especially if you do the hero mode, which starts you with a bunch of your transformations. But I think the level design has a lot more creativity on display in this game than in a lot of the other games in the series, and I think the reason for that is because they weren't beholden to a style of level design which doesn't fit the gameplay as well. So we'll talk to this girl in her underwear and get a map. And then we're going to go to the shop and we're going to buy 187 gems worth of items. Pretty much all the good upgrades are in the shop. Pretty much all the same upgrades in the previous game. But we're going to buy the pike ball. We're going to buy the super pike ball. Do I have enough for anything else that I want? I don't think so. I think we're done here. So now we've got super pike ball. Beautiful. Alright, to the mermaid level. Why don't I just skip the cutscene? There we go. That'll help. That'll help. So yeah, I was talking about Final Fantasy 15. I will probably never Let's Play a long RPG like that on my channel. If you guys have been watching the channel for a long, long time, you know that I'm kind of averse to doing really long games like that, said the guy who's updating a 53 video series of Discworld. I don't personally like watching RPG Let's Plays. I like watching RPG speedruns sometimes. I think they make excellent viewing, like late at night or with my sleep schedule very early in the morning when I'm laying down to go to sleep and just want to put something on the TV to fall asleep to. I'll often put on like a Twitch channel that speedrunning a Final Fantasy game, especially Final Fantasy 12. I've been really enjoying Final Fantasy 12 speedruns lately. Just because that game is like so crazy to speedrun. Oh my goodness. So I'll never do a full speedrun of 15, but there's one area in the game that I think would make an excellent speedrun that I'm probably going to do sometime early this year. I say this year because in my mind it's already 2017, but I can't say for certain when that's going to go up. I want to record it in the near future, just while it's still fresh in my head, but that doesn't mean that it's going to go up in the near future. I still got to get through Discworld, and then I've got a sponsored Let's Play to record that I'm just going to spoil because I'm so excited to have replayed this game recently. A very generous Patreon subscriber has asked me to do Metroid Prime, which is an excellent game and easily one of my favorite GameCube games, and I was actually very surprised. I want to go up, don't I? I was actually very surprised replaying it, doing a test play that I finished up yesterday, actually, at how well the game held up. I was expecting to have some reservations, like, oh, this is what like the GameCube shooter gameplay was like in 2002, and games have come a long way since then. But the game holds up surprisingly well. It does feel... I mean, we're going to go into more detail on this in the Let's Play, for sure, but it does feel a little archaic in terms of, like, I'm so used now, games like Bioshock and, like, recently I replayed Super Hot, that have the ability to, move the camera with the right stick. I really do miss that in Metroid Prime, where you can only kind of hold the button to slowly look around. You need to use the R button, and then use the L button to lock on. But the thing is, like, the game was designed with those limitations in place, so even though the controls took a little bit of getting used to, going back to the game after so long. God, I haven't played that game probably since 2005. But once I did get back into the swing of things, it felt so good. This is one of my favorite gags in the game right here, where these girls get eaten by fishes and turned into counterfeit mermaids. This is what I mean by when I keep referring to this game as having like a Saturday morning plot. Like, this is what I mean. This is the kind of plot you would see in an episode of a Saturday morning cartoon series, like on Nickelodeon or something in the 1990s. This game just matches that aesthetic so well. Like, this is such a goofy plot. This would be like episode 35 of Shantae the Animated Series. All the like villains in the game, none of them feel, except for Risky Boots, obviously, but none of them feel like, oh, I didn't grab that ring. None of them feel like Shantae's like main villain, you know? Like, none of them feel like the Joker or whatever. They all feel like they're villains of the week. Obviously, Risky is the arch nemesis. They'd bring her in for like the two-parter season finale or something, but like all of the Barons, every villain in this season is a Baron of some sort. Which is kind of bizarre because I don't think you ever once go to a barony anywhere in the series. And that's how this game is structured. Every level is, oh, the villain of the week is up to no good, and Shantae's gotta go. Shantae has to go fix things. And it feels really fun. And it really feels like it's a Saturday morning cartoon. And that's kind of a stark contrast to the rest of the series, which each had like its own standalone plot. Like in the original game when Shantae was trying to hunt down Mimic's steam engine that Risky stole. And then Risky's Revenge, where... God, I've been skipping the story for so many years in Risky's Revenge, I don't even know I don't remember what the story was. It was the 3 Barons. Right, you were getting the 3, like, genie medallions, or whatever they were. Oh, this guy's gonna hit me. That's fine. But this game doesn't have a single, like, overarching plot. It is not one plot that dominates the game. It's a bunch of little individual plots, one for each of the game's levels, which feels like just an episode in the animated series. That's what this entire game feels like, and I think they really nailed that aesthetic. I don't know if that was intentional. What I do know is that I think it's wonderful, and they really, really does a lot for me to enjoy this game's story, because it's not that the games in the series don't have enjoyable stories. It's just it's the kind of stories and the kind of writing that you really enjoy your first time through a game, but like your 5th time through the game, you're like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's another cutscene. We're fine. We can stop now. Just whatever, eat me. That's cool. We'll get a heart right there anyway. We got this lady here who's going to sell us stuff, but we don't have any money to buy things yet. We need every dime that we can get. We'll get to the point of the game where I'm just buying stuff to buy stuff, but we want to get some of this stuff really early. As early as possible. Especially the pike balls, which is important for this first boss. And then after this, the silky hair cream. Because just like in Pirate's Curse, you can buy hair cream and you can buy shampoo in order to increase the speed of your hair whips. And that's really important. And this level got a lot easier. Because at first, I'm like, you just have to memorize where the holes are. It's a memorization level. But no, it actually shows you where the holes are coming up because you get these little danger stripes. You also want to pick up as many of these oranges as possible. These oranges are healing items, and the game, like I said, kind of inundates you with healing items before long. But early in the game, they're very important. You have a very small health meter that I'm just throwing away on these barrels, by the way. And an orange only refills, I think, 1 heart, which right now is half my life meter. It's fine, but... Oh my goodness, we're having a Christmas party tomorrow. I'm recording this on the early on the 22nd. It's after midnight, but Christmas party's on the 22nd, and so just before I sat down to record this, I made a big bowl of fruit salad for my Christmas party. So I've been chopping fruit for what feels like a year and a half. And I thought I washed my hands thoroughly, but they still feel kind of sticky from the pears and the kiwi fruit, whatever I've been cutting up. So what I did is I filled in a big punch bowl just with various kinds of fruit. $60 worth of fruit. Holy crap, I spent a lot of money this Christmas. A lot of your money, my wonderful patrons, as it happens. So here's Villain of the Week, Techno Baron, and then he made this giant mermaid. And this is one of the hardest bosses in the game, actually. We want this better pike ball here, so we can get multiple hits on this, can I destroy this before the big thing gets me? I don't think I can. No, damn it, I thought I could drop through that platform. I'm gonna need some oranges. You cannot drop through these platforms, unfortunately. If we only had the regular pike ball, we'd be getting way fewer hits on these locks. But as you can see, I'm just kind of ignoring the damage. We might need another orange. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and eat another orange after the next phase of the boss starts. But yeah, the regular pike ball, you only get one of them, and you can maybe get one swing of a hit on each of those keys, which is only good for 3 damage. They tried to balance the pike ball, which is easily the best item in the previous games, by making it do less damage than just fast hair whipping, but my hair whipping is not that fast yet. Nom, nom, nom. Delicious. And also, this boss, even with a really fast hair whip, you can really only hit the weak spot once. So having a pike ball that can take an extra swing or two at it increases your damage output against this boss pretty significantly. I mean, I haven't done like exhaustive testing to know for certain, but yeah, you see I got 3 hits on that instead of the 1. And that time I got 3 pike ball hits in addition to my hair hit, so it's a significant increase in damage. The boss is already dead. I did this boss last time I played. I'm like, maybe I'll get the hair cream first and make the actual level easier, like those mermaid monsters I was fighting. But it made the boss a lot harder because you've got to do that jump. Because with 1 pike ball spinning around, you really only get 1 swing on the pike ball, which is 8 damage per jump. Whereas this time I was getting I was getting double that, essentially. I was getting usually 6 damage off the pike ball and then 5 off the hair whip. And if you're lucky, get 9 damage off the pike balls with 3 hits. So we've solved the problem, and if this was any other Shantae game, that would be the end of the game, because that's the whole story right there. I guess the overarching story is you're building Mimic's machine, and then Risky steals it or whatever, obviously. But again, it doesn't really feel like the overarching story of the game, it just feels like the 2-part episode at the end of the season. So... I haven't watched a lot of cartoons lately. The first year that I did one of these Christmas videos, I did Super Metroid. I said, hey, let's play Super Metroid again. And it was pretty good. That year, I had watched... We need to take this quest. I don't think we need to talk to her. She just tells us where the chef is. And also, I'm going to break these jars every time I come to town, just to get an extra, I don't know, 20 or so gems. Because it does add up. But the first year that I did one of these Christmas videos was the year that I watched the first season of the My Little Pony series. And what do we need here? We need... You know what? We might just buy the scimitar. No, we don't need the scimitar yet. What we need is Silky Cream and Super Silky Cream. I'm also going to buy this Fireball. And I don't quite have enough for the Triple Fireball. Okay, so we're going to get the Triple Fireball for a quest later. But you'll see what I mean by you need backtracking in this game, because now we're going to backtrack to the first level. Because in between, like, story levels, where it opens up a new level where you get a map and you go and there's a boss fight. In between those levels, you have to do this little backtracking to go do, like, fetch quests for NPCs. The cool thing is, though, it doesn't feel tedious because there's so many new areas that open in each level when you go back with new abilities. Because now we have 2 dances we didn't have before. We have Monkey Dance and Crab Dance. We're going to be able to go to all kinds of different areas. And the levels are kind of so short and jaunty that they don't feel tedious to replay. They're just really fun to replay. There's a couple, get off me! Starfish. There's a couple of exceptions to that rule. I think there's 1 or 2 levels in the game that I do feel kind of, fatigued when you replay, but by that point in the game we might have enough gems to buy the Warp Dance, so we can just skip the areas of levels that I don't like as much. So even the backtracking areas in the game are reasonably fun. You're covering old territory, but you're doing it in a new way. So in that sense, it's not really a Metroidvania like the previous games tried to be. It's more like a Mega Man X game, which the levels are like these tight arcade-style challenges, but when you get new abilities and stuff, you go back to the old levels. Oh, that was too early in level. I don't want a monkey form yet. We want a monkey form here to get over this wall. There's reasons to replay the old levels, to go back and find, like, in Mega Man X, it was the sub-tanks and stuff. And that does, I'm gonna just say it, that does make some of the Mega Man X games a little tedious to replay, your 10th or 12th or 15th time through the game or whatever. Yeah, this is the last lake we can go to in this area. There's 2 more lakes, but the 3rd one we can't do anything in yet, and the 4th one has nothing in it, as I recall. Now we can whip green gems to turn them into magic points, but you get so much magic in this game that I've never had much of a problem running out of magic. I tend to use magic mainly on boss fights. There are some areas in the game where I just turn on the pike ball and let it go. But yeah, I love the Mega Man X games, especially the early ones. I'll rephrase that. I love the early Mega Man X games. After you get to like Mega Man X5, they start to lose their luster a little bit. But it's a little tedious if you want to replay them and go for the full hundo. Can I make this jump? Ah, yes, cool. Because of the backtracking you have to do. The first time you go back to Storm Eagle stage to find like the hidden energy tank and stuff, it's kind of cool because you're doing like exploration challenges. The 5th time you replay the game, it's just busy work. And I think that's going to be this game's biggest flaw on my 10th or 12th replay or whatever, is these backtracking sections. And the hero mode does alleviate that somewhat, but not completely. And I'll show you the first example that I saw going through hero mode. And maybe this is something they can fix with a patch, or maybe it's something that is intentional that they don't think needs fixing. I think it needs fixing, and I think the game would be better if they did fix this. But check this out. You go up here, you've got monkey form now, so we can climb up these walls and stuff. We're still going to break these jars. But now we can go up here and talk to Chef Girl, and she has a quest for us. She wants us to go to her restaurant that she opened, which is now infested with Tinkerbats, and she wants us to kill a bunch of Tinkerbats. And if you do that, that completes her fetch quest. On hero mode, you start the game with the monkey form. I showed this screen in my 2016 Game of the Year video right here, and I was playing that on hero mode. So you can come in here and get this little heart holder. You can do that on your first run through the level without having to backtrack. But when you come down here to where the actual side quest is in hero mode, on your first run through the level, all the way down here. Oh, I knew that guy was there and I still got hit. What a jerk. It says pirates defeated 1. Okay, now I'm doing the side quest. I just run back and forth and kill 30 pirates. It's relatively fun, and it's one of the reasons I want to have this updated pike ball pretty early in the game, so I can do this really quickly instead of having to aim hair whips and stuff at them. But you can't do it on your first run through the level, even if you're on hero mode. The side quest, like, you still get to talk to the chef, and she still says the same thing, but you can't actually trigger this quest. You still have to backtrack and kill 30 of the pirates. Anyway, so you can't be more efficient by just clearing stuff early in levels on your first path. That's not true with every side quest, but it is true with this one. So, like I said, that's something that they could use to alleviate tediousness of backtracking on replays. But again, I don't know, the backtracking is not terribly bad. And you're doing different things when you go back to levels, so it's... And there's a warp dance that lets you skip the really boring parts of levels where you know that there's nothing there, so... I don't know, maybe there's some fun to be had just by finding the most efficient path through the game. The game's still kind of in its honeymoon phase for me. Like, it's still a brand new game. I've only played it, this is only 4th time through the game that I'm sure I will play a dozen or more times. But that's not something I think I would do if this was a more Metroidvania-style game. I loved Pirate's Curse. I thought Pirate's Curse was really fun. I think it has the best Zelda dungeons in the series. But I've only replayed that game twice in all the years it's been out. I've already played this game more than I played Pirate's Curse. Notably, I've never Let's Played Pirate's Curse, which is something that... That's where I want to be? Yes. I'm going to break this, and I think that's it for this level. You know what? I actually forget. We're just gonna run to the level exit. Because I think it's pretty close, and I don't think there's anything else to get right now. I could use the whistle and just go home. Actually, I think there's something behind one of these. Maybe I need elephant for it. Behind these breakable walls. You know, we gotta come back to this level later anyway. If we get to the end of the game and we still don't have all this stuff, I'll know to come back here and check those walls I know where most of the stuff on the critical path is, but there's still like some like weird stuff that I'm not clear on. So you go through level 1, and then you go through level 2, and then you backtrack through level 1, and the next we're going to go through level 3, and into the backtracking section in level 2. So it kind of, you get a lot of use out of the levels, and you get to go to new areas every time. And then every time you do one of those in-between sections, you come back and you do a little fetch quest trading sequence. We had to go to that level and get the health permit to give it to the chef lady, to get the caramel to come here, and I'm actually going to refill my magic real quick. Yeehaw, okay. And then go into the shop and talk to this guy who has the most frightened-looking parakeet in the world, and he wants the bird seed, and we give him the bird seed, and then that's cool. Then he gives us the copper ore, which is what we need to do the next story mission. So we're going to buy... I can't afford that yet. Okay, I think we're going to buy Bikini to reduce damage. That kind of just doubles our life pool, basically. Okay, so now we can give the copper to Mimic. And he's all like, hey man, I want some copper. And I'm like, what up, dog? Here's some copper. It's all yours. I also don't understand why you have... There's like a yes-no prompt every single time you want to give an item to an NPC. Like the game, it's like, hey, do you want to give me the copper ore? There's literally no other use in the game for the copper ore. There's nothing else you can do with it. Except give it to Mimic and further the plot. So I think the game should just take it from your inventory and not make you pick yes-no. So the next thing is everybody in town is forgetting me. And everybody's losing their memories, and it's because, once again, Shantae has been fired by the mayor as her job of genie guardian, and he hired some other loser who is really a bad guy, and she's eating everybody's memories. So we have to go to the desert level and fix this new problem. So this is like episode 37 of the animated series, where everybody's memories get wiped, and they forget that Shantae is their friend. And then they have to go to Aladdin Town. God, that's a movie I haven't seen in years. I got a spreadsheet on my laptop because my wife, Peanut, and I are attempting to collect a full collection of animated movies on Blu-ray. And the target we've set for ourselves are every movie released by Walt Disney Studios, Pixar, and Studio Ghibli. And unfortunately, I think we're not buying movies faster than those 3 studios are releasing them. You're supposed to go under there in crab form, but I'm going to bullet across. In fact, don't tell Peanut, but this year I bought her 2 movies for Christmas presents. They're wrapped up under the tree right now. And because like Disney movies are a very like popular gift back and forth between the two of us, like last year we got a copy of Aladdin on Blu-ray, which I haven't watched yet. And other stuff. But so I always have to think of, okay, what movie is Peanut not likely to buy for me for a Christmas present? Oh, right, we have to go down in the water here. We got a crab form, because we're getting Commando Man down into the water here. There's nothing to find in the water yet, it's just the route to the level you have to take for now. And no, we want to go up. So there's a couple of Pixar movies that we haven't gotten yet. We don't have The Good Dinosaur yet. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just buy The Good Dinosaur. What other movie just came out on DVD that we don't have yet? That I was pretty sure she might. There was a good chance she was going to buy it for me, and if I bought it for her, we'd end up with 2 copies, and that doesn't help anybody. So trying to think of what I could buy that she wouldn't buy, and what I found through my trolling around on Amazon was Blu-ray versions of all of the like Disney and Pixar short films. Like when you go to the movie theater, they always have like a little short film to watch before the main feature. And I don't think that those short films are necessarily on her radar. So I picked her up a Blu-ray of the second volume of Pixar short films, because we already have the first one somewhere. We moved recently this year, so I don't really know where anything is in the house yet. And then the Blu-ray of the Disney short films, which we will enjoy merrily. Get it? Merrily Christmas? Merrily Christmas, right? Get out of there, Shantae. I was so disappointed. WayForward, if you're watching, I was so disappointed with this level because we got here and I'm playing on my stream and I was all excited. I'm like, dude, we're gonna Mario 2 the hell out of this level, right? We're gonna go down the quicksand and there's gonna be like a cave area with like a heart holder. Nope, just death. Enjoy your death. I was really, really expecting there to be a Mario 3 does it as well, but an homage to those levels. And there's not, and that was bummed. It's a bummer. It's still a good game, but that one missed opportunity does not make the game bad. That portal we can't go into yet. We have to get the next transformation form to be able to go into that portal. And look how much faster my hair is with just those upgrades. My damage output is amazing now. I thought Pirate's Curse had a problem with these like damage upgrades you buy because they were so slight they didn't feel meaningful. Like monsters that you killed with 4 hits without upgrades still took 4 hits after you bought 2 of the upgrades or whatever. And oh, I transformed too early because it's going to transform me back there. That's fine. But it feels like they rebalanced it, and there's fewer enemies in this game that are just straight up damage sponges. That's another thing that I think the original Shantae got badly wrong that Risky's Revenge fixed, was there were fewer enemies that were just straight up damage sponges. In fact, in Risky's Revenge, the only ones that come to mind immediately are the mermaids in the Mermaid Cove. They've got too many hit points, though I gotta whip this out of the way! We're skipping everything in this level for now because it's a race level, by the way. Monkey form is just faster overall. I think the speedrun of this game is gonna be all about knowing where to use the monkey form and how often you can get away with using it, just maximizing your time in monkey form. But I'm not a speedrunner. I know I'm not a speedrunner because I tried to speedrun Risky's Revenge, and I learned a couple cool things about the game. And I got a time that I was pretty happy with, something like 30 or 40 minutes, I forget now. But I get so easily frustrated when things don't go my way in games, especially in Risky's Revenge, which has a lot of randomness. Like in that game, you could have a great run and get to the end, and the whole run is shot because the last boss randomly did things you didn't want. And it's supremely frustrating, and I did that a couple times. So, you know what? The speedrunning was not for me. Alright, so we outran the boss, and now we go to one of the... It's a cool section, I think, in this game. I like this part of the level a lot. And I think you're meant to go back to Mermaid Falls now. I say meant, you don't have to. It's not, like, required. But you can get a secondary transform ability. There's a primary and secondary ones. Like the monkey and the crab are primary ones, but you can get, like, one of the ones you can get is a bat form, which gives you some limited flight capability. So you can fly, like, over this pit here, but I've got monkey bullets, so we're just going to do it this way. And that gets us the first of 10 keys, and if we find all of these keys, we get the best item in the game. In fact, it's so good, I suspect, like, it just breaks the game. Like, it's clearly something they put in the game to have, like, just a really crazy, just endgame item that totally just breaks the endgame. Which is fun. I'm glad it's in the game. And I will absolutely be collecting it if I can. I almost didn't make my platform. See, like, if this were Risky's Revenge, I'd be using Pike Ball on these archers. We need to kill this archer down here. And that one up there. And we can do another. I think this is a sequence break. This is not intended. But if you grab the very top of this platform and pull it over, you can get this heart holder. I think what they meant you to do is come back with the bat form so you can fly in there. And we will be using the bat form for a couple areas in the game, but it feels like that's a sequence break. I don't know why I'm killing all the archers. You don't really need to kill them all. But I'm looking forward to seeing what speedrunners do in this game. I mean, I always enjoy watching speedruns of games that I enjoy. In fact, I just watched a bit of, what was it called? It was one of the minor speedrunning tournaments they do. Scrubathon, I think it was called. Should I buy the Warp Dance now? I don't think I'm going to buy the Warp Dance now. We'll have a chance to buy it later. Oh, cool. I already got an egg. That'll be helpful. That damage sound effect. Oh, and this time I jumped. That damage sound effect, when you're in animal form and you take damage, is... I can't get it out of my head because it is the damage sound effect from Crystallis. I'll get it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're still at the beginning of the run. It's fine. I'm just trying to take it a little too fast. There we go. That's the stuff. Fortunately, the monsters that you kill stay dead, as you do have to replay areas like this, except for respawning ones like that bird band there. Fine, I'll just take the hit. I really should have just killed the archer is what I should have done. I don't like that show. I watched it. Archer, it's not that good. That's one of the many cartoons that I haven't watched. Because yeah, when I first started doing this Christmas tradition, 2011 or so, yeah, it was 2011. Wilbur, you're going down, Mr. Ed. I was gonna destroy the worm. You didn't need to tell me that. Also, I forgot to talk to the Bob-omb and open up the cannons. That's not a thing. That was a Mario 64 reference. No, when I started this tradition in 2011, I was watching like a lot of cartoons at the time. Like I was going through a phase where I was just watching all kinds of cartoons. Oh, I gotta stay on the button now. What am I doing? I don't like the slow motion cannonball, like how the game slows down there. I think it would be better if it didn't do that. Oh, we need to whip this thing here. What am I doing? This thing feels a little unfair to me. Because this thing moves faster and faster, but it eventually moves so fast that it'll glitch through your hair. Even if you have super fast hair that you feel should have, like, full follicle coverage, it'll still go through your hair and miss you. And this is another reason I want to have a couple of oranges left, just for a few of what feel to me like cheap hits. I knocked that one the wrong way. I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, watching Scrubathon, I was talking about speedruns before I got sidetracked with talk of cartoons and stuff. It's one of the minor speedrunning tournaments. I still have AGDQ to look forward to. Actually, in like 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, I love AGDQ. Guys, watch it with me. Come on my Twitch channel when Awesome Games Done Quick is running. Watch AGDQ with me. Hang out with my dudes. It's a good time. You'll enjoy it. Anyway, watching this Scrubathon, they were doing our speedrun of Final Fantasy 15. Like, the game's only been out a week, and somebody's already speedrunning it. It's... And he's saying things like in the speedrun. I forget who was speedrunning it. I'm sorry, I don't remember the guy's name. I was only kind of watching it haphazardly as I was doing Christmassy stuff, putting decorations and stuff up. But he's like, oh yeah, this is a strat that we used to do, but now there's a better strat. I'm like, used to do bollocks? The game's a week old. What do you mean used to do? This game's not old enough for you to used to do anything. Anyway, the speedrun was impressive, I gotta say, and I learned a few tricks as far as like dealing damage and stuff, making powerful magic spells that I think I can adapt to when I play the game next, which will be pretty soon. I am already wanting to replay that game. But there's one part of Final Fantasy 15 that I'm actually really excited to Let's Play. There's one part of it that I think will make an astoundingly good Let's Play series. It won't be a run of the full game, obviously, because like I said, I don't like doing the long RPGs. I'm kind of warming up on the idea of doing RPGs the more that I find my viewers enjoy watching the Twitch streams of them. The big problem with recording an RPG for me is because I don't like to record a game I haven't done a test play for. Like I mentioned Metroid Prime. I did a test play for Metroid Prime. I completed the game in 12 hours. Nobody wants to watch a video of me lost in Phendrana Drifts for an hour and a half looking for something obvious. Like, nobody wants to watch that. I'm past the point in my Let's Play career where I Let's Play games either blind or games that I haven't played in many years. I want to do a test play. And how do you do a test play of like a 30-hour Final Fantasy game? Honestly, how are you going to do that? Because like what'll happen is I'm going to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. It's one of my favorite games ever. I grew up with this game. It's going to be great. But I got to do a test play of it, so it's all fresh in my mind. And I complete the game, and now I don't want to play it anymore because it's 20 hours long. I can finish Final Fantasy IV in about 20 hours, I think. I could probably, maybe 25 if I do all the extra stuff. Okay. This guy wants a monster egg. He gives me a heart holder. And let's go ahead and talk to Roddy Tops here. She wants race tickets. They have a race ticket, but they want stuff. So now I gotta go back to the shop, buy an item that will be useless to me for most of the run, but it is required for... It's not required, but it makes this next part more easy. Let's also buy shampoo, get some extra damage dealt. So I got triple fireball. Boom! Shakalaka. Good stuff. So now we gotta go back to Mermaid Falls. Alright, baby cakes, let's go. I know that we have more playable characters coming in this game. Like, I know the Risky Boots mode got funded, so Risky Boots will be a playable character. Really looking forward to that, because it feels like she'll have all of her old abilities from Pirate's Curse, which, she got like a quadruple jump and a hat that she uses to float, because when you fight Risky later in the game, she has all of those abilities. This is the wrong level. I went to the wrong level because I am 6 dumbs. So I'm hoping that Risky Boots mode has all of the Pirate's Curse stuff that she gets to use, and that the levels feel a lot different. But I don't know. I know they had a bunch of other playable characters that they were planning as stretch goals, but I don't know if they ever got met. I don't know. Kickstarter is weird because I love the idea of Kickstarter, of telling people, hey, we're a game company. We want to make a game, but we don't have access to like a real publisher. Help us make the game by the fans giving us money, and then we can make the game. That sounds great. Here's the problem. People don't know what they want. Okay? Does that make sense? Like, you don't know what you want. You only know what you want in terms of what you already have. So for something like Shantae, it was easy. They're like, hey, we made Shantae, and we made Risky's Revenge. I can't get in there yet. Actually, I don't want to go in any of the water areas in this place yet. We just want to monkey straight up to the top. So yeah, for Shantae, it was easy. Like, hey, we made Shantae and Risky's Revenge, and we got Pirate's Curse coming out. Why did I fall in the water here? That wasn't cool. But we're going to make another Shantae game, and it's going to be HD, and it's going to have beautiful animation, and you're going to really like it, and it's going to be great. Why don't you help us pay for it with Kickstarter? And I'm down, because I like Shantae. I think the games are pretty swell, okay? And as much as I like this game, and oh my goodness, do I like this game a lot. Like I said, favorite in the series. I think the move to a level-based structure was perfect. I think it's just what the series needed. But it's just more Shantae. That's a great thing. I love Shantae, but it didn't like surprise me, really. Like it didn't do anything that I wasn't expecting, and I'm happy with that. I'm the kind of guy who likes all 6 NES Mega Man games. I Let's Played them all. I love them all. But the games that I really remember, the ones that really stick with me for a long time, are the ones I didn't know I wanted until I had them. And that's the kind of thing that you can never get out of Kickstarter. Because, like, what game developer is going to go on Kickstarter and be like, hey, here's a great game that we want to crowdfund. You don't know what it is because you've never played a game like it. Bye. Nobody's going to back that. Because you can't give a pitch for a game like that to a fan base of something. And that's the weakness of Kickstarter. And I think we see... Unfortunately, we see... I can break this now, actually. In my opinion, we see some developers taking advantage of that. And I don't want to name names, but I will, Inafune and Mighty Number 9. Like, he's banking on Mega Man nostalgia. We're not offering anything new, it's just a Mega Man game, and you love Mega Man, so you'll love this game. That's why that game made $6 million or whatever. And we had to kill those alligators with fire so we could get alligator steaks, which is what we want for the next part of the fetch quest here, which is cool. But as you see, my magic is almost gone now. But I really, like, I didn't play Mighty Number 9, and the reason I didn't play it is because it looked god-awful. I didn't back it because at the time, I think I had $40 and I had never, like, Kickstarted the game before. And at the time, it was like, okay, I can choose. I can either back Mighty Number 9, which looks like an old-school Mega Man game, which will probably be great, or I can back Shantae, Half-Genie Hero. That was my options at the time. And what really, like, what my decision ended up hinging on was which of these two games do I think will have more trouble getting funded. And I knew, like, Mighty Number 9 was going to get funded immediately, and in fact it did. That game got funded almost immediately. I thought Shantae would have a much harder time getting funded. I don't want to go that way yet. Ow. There's that Crystallis sound effect again. Oh my goodness, I'll never get over it. Right now we're just picking up some bits and baubles that we'll need. We need to find little blobfish kids, and then later we're going to need these sunken souls for something else. So I thought Mighty Number 9 would get funded easily, and it did. I thought Shantae would have more trouble getting funded, and it took longer, but it did get funded, and it did meet some of its stretch goals. But that was what informed my decision at the time. But both of those games, both of those pitches were banking on the nostalgia. You like Mega Man? What you want to do is fund this game. You like Shantae? What you want to do is fund this game. I'm glad I funded Shantae. The only other Kickstarter that I've backed to date has been Psychonauts 2, for exactly the same reason. Hey, did you like Psychonauts? You should back our Psychonauts Kickstarter. And I did. I think I backed it for $40. And hopefully the game is good. But I don't... Like, Double Fine is clearly not using that money to make, like, a brand new, crazy, innovative, like, something you don't expect kind of game. You know, they're going to make Psychonauts again. In fact, that Kickstarter got announced as I was streaming Psychonauts. Like, the day I started streaming it was the day that Kickstarter got funded. Alright, so I got all the blobfish kids. We can go give this lady her kids, and then we can go further in this level and pick up a couple of new things to get. But I do think that developers take advantage of that nostalgia bait. The other one I know is big right now is, what was it called? The Igarashi's new not Castlevania game or whatever. I didn't back that because by the time that got announced, like, the Mighty Number 9 development stuff had started to come out, like the development blogs, and the game started to resemble something that I thought was going to be bad. And it kind of put the kibosh on me going crazy with other Kickstarter projects. Like, I knew at that point, oh, this is something that, okay, it's a neat tool, but we're gonna have to use it, like, sparingly. We can't kickstart everything that looks remotely good. So, there's one game that I wish that I had kickstarted that I didn't, and that was the Abduction Kickstarter, which ended up being my Game of the Year for 2016. If you haven't watched my Game of the Year 2016 video, you can maybe go watch it. I'll put a link to it. It's on the screen right now. You know, there it is if you want it. You can just pause this video and watch that one and then come back. You know, this one's really long, so... it'll still be here for you. But I didn't learn about that game until after the Kickstarter had already been funded. So I was super excited for it to come out. It was my Game of the Year for 2016. I know it will be many years. One of the reasons I picked it for my Game of the Year, I mean, first of all, it was the best game I played all year, easily. But outside of that, like, I know in 2017 there will be another platformer I love, you know? Shantae is great, but it's not unique. It's not the only platformer that I will love. And just like I picked Super Hot as another one that I know I'll play another first-person shooter next year that I'll love. I know I'll play some more JRPGs that I love. Games like Abduction don't come along every year. They're so rare. Should I... I don't actually want to... Let's see... I don't want to buy the Warp Dance yet. The Warp Dance is really only useful in one area, I think. And I think we'll have a chance to buy it later. I think we want to take this 2 hundo back and buy the extra magic, is I think what we'll buy next. Which means we're going to whistle... Yeah, we're done with this level. We can whistle out of here. Alright, so we got gator steaks. We got some roast, we got some more monster eggs, so that's probably all the healing items we'll need for the whole game. You can buy potions that completely refill your health and magic, they're super cheap. But I've never used one. The game does skew a little bit on the easy side. I don't know that I'd want a harder mode. I don't think the game needs a hard mode, like where things do twice as much damage, because you can just forego buying the upgrades and make the game more challenging on yourself. I think one day I'll probably do like a low % run. I don't have all the race tickets yet. What am I doing? I gotta give them the gator steaks first. And then they give me the other race ticket. And I give those to Roddy Tops, and she takes me to the next level. So Kickstarter is a good tool for getting good games, but it can't give me the best games. It can't give me the games that make the longest, most lasting impressions. Yeah, we'll buy that. That'll increase our magic meter, so we could abuse pike balls more often. Now we'll go to the racetrack. Because when you ask fans of stuff what they want, they're only going to tell you the stuff that they already want, or the stuff they already like. Did I not get the map? What did I do wrong? Roddy Top's supposed to give me a map. Did she not give it to me? Or do I need to talk to Mimic again? Maybe I need to talk to Mimic again. Maybe I got my order of events confused. I don't think the maps show up on this screen either. Let's figure it out now that I'm lost. Oh, I got the Dark Shard. I didn't get the Dark Shard back. Okay, there we go. I knew I skipped a step. And there's the map to the next area. Okay, now we can go. And this is one of the more creative levels. I actually really like this level a lot. I mean, I like all the levels. There's not a bad level in this game. Which is a contrast to all of the previous Shantae games, actually. There's at least one level in each of those games I don't think is very good at all. The friggin' graveyard level in Pirate's Curse is the worst level in the series, easily. What was it called? Like, Swampy Mud Bog or something silly, I forget now. I wonder if you could just bat form through most of this level really easily. Maybe I'll try it. What do you guys think? Should I try bat forming? I think you get an achievement for killing all these guys. So I'm going to try to kill them all. Just use the pike ball. I fell in the hole. Oh my goodness. I thought it was going to restart the area. And eventually it did make me restart the area. I don't think I've ever fallen into a hole in this level before. Oh, it's not going to let me bat immediately. No, because sometimes you have to go up. So no, bat form's not going to work. That didn't happen. Let's try it again. But yeah, I think you get a Chivo for eliminating every single racer, even though they're not your enemies. They don't do anything mean to you. But hey, whatever, Chivo. I like Chivos. I very rarely go for full Chivos anymore. I have a lot of Xbox 360 games that I ended up hating because I tried to get all the achievements and it made me not like the game anymore. So we will not be doing that. The game that finally broke me of that habit was Batman Arkham City. Because I played Arkham Asylum on Xbox 360 and I got all the Chivos. And then I got Arkham City as a Christmas present for my PlayStation 3. And it was my brother who bought it for me, and he didn't know that, you know, I preferred Xbox 360 games because of the Chivos. He had no way of knowing, so he just bought the PlayStation 3 version. Maybe it was on sale or something. And I'm like, so I got this game, but I can't get the achievements for it because it's on the wrong console. Because, like, my PlayStation 3 was still... Oh, that's it. In it to win it. I eliminated all the competition. Chivo, get! My PlayStation 3 I got several years after my 360, and to me, like, the trophies kind of didn't matter as much as my... You didn't get, like, a gamer score, you know? So I'm like, I will never be able to get all the achievements for Arkham City because it's on the wrong console. And what I learned was, I didn't enjoy Arkham City very much, but I enjoyed it more than I would have if I had gone for all the achievements, I think. I'm just tanking all this damage, and that's fine with me. In fact, I think falling in a hole might actually be the winning strat here, because you don't have to go back and forth all the time. I took just like a heart and a half of damage in that whole level, or in that whole boss fight. Because I bought the magic bikini, which doesn't actually put Shantae in a magic bikini, it just reduces the damage she takes. So I guess she's wearing it under her already very skimpy genie outfit. Who knows? So this is a cool part of the level. After the magic carpet race, you go to a part with the Ammo Baron's airships. Oh, I can't do anything in this room yet. That's right. We'll come back. We'll definitely be coming back to this level later to get some stuffs. But you're running back and forth, and you're jumping from airship to airship, but there are some jumps that you can't make without using monkey form. Or I guess bat form. You could use bat form if you wanted. I guess these guys would be a little bit tanky if you didn't have any of the upgrades. Ah! Damn it. I actually don't remember what's in this treasure box. I imagine it's a heart holder or a key or something. We'll find out. Yeah, key. So that's what, 2 gallery keys? Probably faster to just hit the laser than for wait to go back around. Just... Did that key refill my hearts? No, I got hearts out of pots in that room. I got an upgrade that when I whip green gems, it gives me refills my magic. Like, it turns the gems into magic holders. But later in the game, there's one that does the same thing for health. If you whip a red gem, it turns it into a red, into a heart. And it's probably the least necessary item in the game because you get so much health and you get so many healing items. Healing is just not a major element of the game. And I think that's probably okay, because who really wants to go through a game like this where you're constantly in danger of running out of health all the time, you know what I mean? So now we get to use the crab form and use its shell here. I really wish you could walk while using the shell. Otherwise, this takes a very long time. And we're just going to touch a laser to warp back across the other side of this one screen room. I was trying to figure out this puzzle. This is the only part of the game when I streamed it. The first time I played it, I streamed it blind. And it's the only part of the game that I got salty at. Because before I had a chance to figure out that puzzle, somebody in the Twitch chat spoiled it for me. Like, oh, you gotta use the crab form. And I want to remind you guys that... We're gonna clear this room out, actually. Like, the game literally wasn't out yet. The only people who had access to the game were the Kickstarter backers. And it was one day after the Kickstarter backers got their codes. Like, the game... Like, the unofficial release of the game would only, like, 1 or 2 days ago. I think it was only one day. I played it the day after I got my code. And there was already some jackass in the chat spoiling it. Like, really, dude? Really? You're gonna go into a... Like, it's... I think I got... The codes went out. I think I got it, like, on the 12th or something. And then the game got released on the 20th. So the game was negative 8 days old. And he's already going into Twitch chats and spoiling the game for people who want to enjoy it. I'm pretty sure that Jack Napes got banned from my Twitch chat. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody took him out. It was some nobody. It was somebody that I didn't recognize. Like, it was clearly some internet troll. Oh, but it made me so upset. And you kind of have to... You really just have to expect that. As a streamer. You have to expect that's going to happen from time to time. Damn it, I knew I couldn't make it through there and I still tried to gun it. I regret all of my life decisions. I do put a spoiler, like, no spoilers please. It's on the screen all the time. It's on the bottom of my stream. It just sits there. I have a no spoilers thing that my mods post constantly, so it's not like he didn't know. So... I'm less upset about it now than I used to be. Like, it used to bother me a crazy lot. I don't want to go this way yet, do I? Actually, getting all those gems was helpful, but this room, I can't do anything yet. Okay, so we're leaving there for now. I think this is the level you only have to backtrack to once, which is nice. But yeah, the first couple times I had like a major game thing spoiled for me. What did I do that for? My godness. It really bothered me. Like, it happened once with Shadowgate, which is a puzzle game, which is like, why would you go into somebody's Twitch channel and spoil a game where literally the only gameplay is figuring stuff out? Being stuck is the game loop. Like, why would you do that? It has to be because you're a dick. That's the only possible explanation. Is you are a dick, and you are purposely being a dick for no reason other than you enjoy being a dick. Like, that's the only possible explanation, right? But I don't know. It's something that I've just come to accept. It's going to happen from time to time. If I see it in chat, I can't go this way yet either. There's nothing to do in this room yet. I think this is the dark room, but there was a gem there. Yeah, we can't... Technically, we could solve that room right now if we wanted to, but it's not... It would take a lot of trial and error. Maybe one day I'll just memorize the path through and get in the habit of doing it on my first pass through the dungeon, because I think all you need is the bat form for that. It's just a matter of learning where to bat from. Did I want to go down for any reason? Yes, I do. There is something down here. Like I said, the abduction was my game of the year this year, and I'll probably do that every year from now on. Do a top 5 or whatever. But some years I don't play 5 new games, so those years it'll just be like a top 3 maybe. But Abduction, I actually didn't read Twitch chat at all. I was playing the game with my homeboy Nodal, and we didn't want to be spoiled at all. So I put the no spoilers thing on the screen, but then I just didn't read the Twitch chat. We didn't want anything spoiled. I just didn't read chat. Which doesn't make for the best stream experience, in my opinion. Like, I would much rather interact with chat while going through the game. But if it's a situation where the game is ruined by a spoiler, and especially if I'm playing it with somebody else who isn't as accustomed to having their game spoiled as I am, it was more worth it to, like, sacrifice the Twitch chat interaction for that particular game to not have anything spoiled. So even though I'm sure people were in there spoiling it, and I'm sure my mods banned a bunch of people, but we didn't have anything spoiled for us because I literally didn't have the chat going. So here we go to another easy boss in Shantae, and I'm going to take this opportunity to open my ice-cold delicious Pepsi. 'Tis the season for carbonated sugary drinks. Ah. But it's the only part of Shantae that I had spoiled for me, and, like, I don't know. With Shadowgate, when I played Shadowgate, I'm talking about the newer Shadowgate. Shadowgate, I forget if it was 2012 or something. Oh, here's another, this is the other Saturday morning plot. Ammo Baron stole all the magic carpets from the magic carpet race so he could make flying magic carpet suits for him and all his men. That's a delightful plot. Episode 42. Like, that would be a Season 3 episode. You couldn't have this be your first Ammo Baron episode, right? Your first Ammo Baron episode would have to be like a more standard introduction to the character. Like the plot line in Pirate's Curse, where he owns the deed to Scuttletown now and wants to rebuild it in his image. Like, that could be the first Ammo Baron episode. Which, I guess, is how it... Because he wasn't really a villain in Risky's Revenge. You didn't fight him. You still had to go meet him, and it was clear he was up to no good. Maybe that's like the introduction to Ammo Baron would be like a 2-part episode in Season 1. Like, Episode 1 is where he acquires the deed, and Shantae has to deliver it to him. And then Episode 2 is where he takes over Scuttletown and turns it into Ammo Town. But this would be like a Season 2 or Season 3 episode, like the return of Ammo Baron. Now he's got a crazy scheme. All the bosses in this game, all the Barons feel like that. And they actually poked fun of that in Pirate's Curse. One of my favorite jokes in Pirate's Curse was they took the first... Mouse Dance! This is a great transformation, but I really feel like it's underused. That's the wrong screen. There we go. I would have loved to see more intricate mouse puzzles in the game. Because you get to go, like, do the Yoshi's Island train thing, and it feels really good. And it's really fun, but we only get to do it in a couple places. Either way, now that we've cleared that level, we'll be doing a little bit more backtracking. I think we got to backtrack to 2 different levels this time. Yeah, we got to go through the desert level, and then we've got to go through Mermaid Falls again. But I think we'll hit 300 here. Yeah, 300. Nice, nice, nice. So he just told me where the light shard was, and that's fine. Now we're going to buy the fastest hair whip. The Mega Silky Cream. And it's super fast now. Can't even keep up with it. It's so fast. So now that we have Mouse and Elephant, we go back to the desert, and there's all kinds of stuff we can open there. In fact, the sandstorms are gone too, so there's even more stuff we can do there. Pirate's Curse kind of had that same structure. We were constantly revisiting old areas, but the old areas didn't feel new when you went through them. They felt much more similar to a Mega Man X game, where you're playing the same level again. Just looking for different things, where this game, after you complete level the first time, things actually change in it. Like, there are new enemy types a lot of the time. There's new paths that are open that are not open previously. Do I want to go... I don't think I want to go down here, do I? I forget. I better go down and check. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have went down there the first time. You know, we're going to take the monkey path anyway, just because I need the gems. I think it's before we replay the Ammo Baron level, we're going to want to make sure we buy that 200 gem warp dance so we can skip what is a not... I mean, you just want to skip the auto-scrolling magic carpet section. There's no items to find there. It's the same every time. Actually, we don't want to go this way this time. We went that way last time. So speed, very hair. One of these water caves we do want to go into. That's the monkey. That's not what we want. I'm still kind of learning where all the different forms are. Oh, no, that comes... Nope, this is the path around. We had to use that path because it was a sandstorm. Right. We don't actually want to go down there until we have an upgrade from later in the game. Gotcha. Still learning the levels a little bit. Still kind of getting acclimated to the game. Oh, in fact, this is actually a pretty annoying level because you get an upgrade in the second half of this level that opens stuff in the first half. I mean, you have to replay the level later with a later upgrade to get even more stuff, but I don't know, it just feels a little bad that you have to pass up an upgrade area in this first part of the level. Actually, did I get anything new here? Maybe I want to get the warp dance before this point. We didn't get... Oh, no, this year we can get. Okay, so yeah, we do want to replay through here. Oops. Because there's still a snowstorm in here, and now we can just elephant past it. And it's the spider form! The game has primary and secondary forms. The spider counts as a secondary form. And again, I think it's underutilized. I think you could have done an entire cool level with this form, and maybe that's the intention. Like, maybe there will be DLC for the game where you have like challenge levels for the different transformations. That would be great. Or maybe that's one of the stretch goals the game didn't meet. I didn't really pay much attention to the development of this game. I pretty much just put my money down on it. I think I backed it for 40 bucks. And that was and then I just kind of zoned out until the game got close to release. Like, I know that they did a bunch of, like, Kickstarter polls where they were, like, help design this character. Like, what should Shantae's mermaid bra look like or whatever. But I didn't participate in any of those. Like, I don't really have an opinion when it comes to, like, what should the forms look like or whatever. It didn't matter to me that much. I knew I was pretty much going to enjoy the game no matter what, and I knew that I was going to buy it even if, like, the person had the wrong hair or whatever. So I kind of just zoned out after I backed it, because it took a couple years, development cycle. In fact, it got delayed a few times. And I remember having some, I don't really want to say arguments, I'll say discussions in my Twitch chat, especially about Muddy Number 9, especially after the game demo came out. And one of my buddies, Tabby Cat, who was a streamer, who's a buddy of mine that I don't watch as often as I should, but it's only because he plays a lot of bad JRPGs. That's it. He plays a lot of silly anime games. Tabby Cat, I'm sorry, but the anime games, I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. But you're a great streamer when you play stuff that I like watching, and he was playing the Mighty Number 9 demo, and I felt so bad for him, because I know he backed that project. I think he backed it considerably, actually. I think he was a big backer. Like, he went for the big tiers. And the game is just... It was... I couldn't believe, like, how bad it was, honestly. Like... But we were having discussions about Mighty Number 9 around that time, and people were like, well, you backed Shantae, that's not going to be any better. It got delayed. That's the thing. That's what happened was the game got delayed. It needed to be delayed. They reached the point in the development cycle where they're like, okay, we're not meeting our goals. We're not on schedule. If we release on schedule, we will not be making the game that we know we're capable of making. We need to delay this game. I think the quote is attributed to George R. R. Martin. It might not be. It might just be very relevant because lol, George R. R. Martin never finishes his books. But I think he might have actually said the quote, which is maybe it was Shigeru Miyamoto actually about Ocarina of Time. Anyway, the quote is something like, nobody remembers anything about a product except the quality of the product. If it's a quality product, nobody remembers how long it took to come out. And as far as video games go, I think that's very true, because the reason I think it might have been Miyamoto was because Ocarina of Time is a game that got delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed over and over and over. And at the time, some of you guys watching are too young to know this, because you literally weren't alive when Ocarina of Time was in development. You weren't around in the mid-90s when that development cycle was a thing that Nintendo Power kept on reporting on, like, oh, the game is still in development, it's not out yet, it's delayed again. But here's the thing, you guys don't know how much it was delayed if you weren't alive at the time, if you didn't follow Nintendo Power, or even if you did, you forgot about it because the game quality is so good. And in the decades since Ocarina of Time has been out, you don't remember the delays. All you remember is how good the game is and how much it inspired an entire generation of that style of adventure game. Multiple generations of that style of adventure game, in fact. And I think that's incredibly true, and it's why I try very hard to not complain about long release cycles of games. Yes, Shantae, Half-Genie Hero. Risky's Revenge got delayed too. I almost said Risky's Revenge, but the games got delayed, but when they came out, you could see why they had been delayed. Of course, now the argument is like, well, you know, Mighty Number 9 also got delayed, and it still came out as garbage. So it's not the only factor that matters, but I think it's a significant one. So if you're looking forward to a game and it's been delayed, you need to keep that in mind. It's not... Maybe it's just the developer doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe it's the developer is just inexperienced and the publisher doesn't have doesn't have very good discipline when it comes to sticking to schedules and development goals and things. Maybe that's the case. I think that was the case with Mighty Number 9. In my opinion, Mighty Number 9's problem was, okay, you have this Luminaire who, quote-unquote, invented Mega Man. Not really, but that's the claim, so we'll just go with it. Now we want to take this thing down. Get wrecked, Kid Icarus Snake. I know what game you came from. But you have this designer who... this Mega Man Luminaire. The problem is, all those Mega Man games that he designed and he's so well known for, the bulk of them were published by Capcom, which means he had a publisher he was beholden to. He had, he couldn't just have this grand vision for a game and have Capcom be like, okay, well, on your own schedule. They're like, we're releasing this game, get it done. Sometimes that causes problems, as we saw with the later Mega Man X games that I dislike. This puzzle's great, by the way. I'm a big fan of this little puzzle. I mean, it's not complicated, it's just kind of cool what you're doing. How you have to push these blocks in a particular order to make a mouse path through them. I thought it was kind of cute. But sometimes that causes problems of its own. Like some of the late Mega Man X games, the publisher... Mega Man X6 came out, I think, 8 months after Mega Man X5, and you can tell the publisher did not give enough of a development cycle to make the game good. I guess is the only adjective that really works here. The game wasn't good, and it was because not enough time and probably not enough budget was put into it. But then Mighty Number 9 had the opposite problem. It's like, At this point, they don't have a big publisher they're beholden to. It's just himself and his Kickstarter backers, and he doesn't have any kind of legal obligation to turn a profit for his Kickstarter backers. If you back something on Kickstarter, it's like you're just gonna get what you get. That's how it is. A Kickstarter developer is not obligated to give you friggin' anything. I don't know why I monkeyed there. I just felt like doing one monkey jump. But I think in the middle ground, you have developers like WayForward who work really well under both of those systems. Most of their, like the original Shantae was published by Capcom, so they were beholden to a major publisher. They didn't have the opportunity to delay the game for years and years and years. It wasn't going to happen. Capcom would not have allowed it. And then you've got situations like Half-Genie Hero, where, okay, they're not beholden to a publisher now, they're just beholden to Kickstarter backers. They can take 10 years to make this game if they want, but because WayForward is a proven developer that can ship games, a lot of the backers felt good about... I think I'm going to go left... Yeah, I'm going to go up to the top first, and then get those two things. Because otherwise, if we grab the last batch of remains, it morphs me all the way back down to the bottom, and that's not where I want to be yet. But because WayForward has worked under those kind of publishers before, this is the most useless item in the game. This lets you bite things with the mouse, and it's not useful at all. You can never do anything cool with that. It's just a fun little thing they put in the game. But yeah, to complete my thought, because they're a proven developer and because they've worked under those kind of time constraints before, they knew how to get the game done and stick to a schedule. They still had to delay it, but it wasn't delayed for 10 years, and you can tell the quality of the game is improved because of the delays it underwent. Mighty No. 9 just apparently had a troubled development cycle by a team with no real discipline and who didn't have to answer to a publisher or stockholders or anything. So it was more like of a Duke Nukem situation where the developer was just kind of sitting on their butt and spinning in circles. And then all the fans... I don't know anybody who... I know lots of people who kickstarted Mighty No. 9. I don't know anybody who backed it and was satisfied with the result. Everybody I know who backed that game is bummed about what happened in that game. How that... bummed about the development cycle, what the game eventually turned into. Nobody was happy with it. And I'm a little worried about Psychonauts 2, because again, it's Double Fine, and they've kind of already stanked a Kickstarter already with the Broken Age Kickstarter that apparently lots of people were upset about. Apparently Broken Age isn't a great game, and it had a troubled development. They had to split the game in half in order to whatever. So I do feel a little... What am I doing here? Now I gotta go back to town. Yes, I gotta go back to town and talk to the doctor. Then I gotta go to the Mermaid Falls is next. Okay. So I don't know, is Double Fine gonna be able to produce the game in a reasonable time frame and a level of quality that... I don't know. I do kind of have a little bit of buyer's remorse. I backed it, I forget, I think I backed it for $35 or $40 or something. But we'll see. We'll see. I wish I'd known about Abduction earlier, and I could have backed that instead. Alright, we got 3 hundo gems. So I got swords! Sweet. Alright, now we go back to the mermaid area. So Mermaid Falls we have to backtrack to 3 times, actually. Because there's twice to get quest important items, which is why we're going back now to get an item we need for quests. And then one more time to kind of do the full clear. Oh, there's a flower back in town we can stomp now. I guess we'll stomp it when we go back in town after being here. I could almost keep the scimitars on indefinitely, provided the magic drops are good. Yeah, there's 2 more upgrades we need to really clear this area out. Yeah, down there is not a thing that's going to happen yet. When those mermaids shoot high, it works really well because you can just sit there and whip them crazy. Okay, we got elephants. We get in here now. Oh, we get the mermaid form here. Oh, cool. Okay, I was thinking we get it in the next level. So yeah, there is stuff we can do here now. So yeah, you get 2 different aquatic transformations. I think what they were going for here is they wanted you to have every transformation you had from the previous games. Because you do get all of the Shantae transformations and all of the Risky's Revenge transformations in this game. Except for the Tinkerbat. Crystallis hurt sound effect again. Like, I like the sound effect. It's good. It's just, it drags me out of the game a little bit because it's, I don't know if it's literally the same sound effect. It sounds like it is, but I don't know. It's jarring is all I'll say. So yeah, I didn't back the Igarashi not Castlevania game. We can't get in there yet. I actually forget what all's down here. The underwater sections of this game are much tighter than the ones in Risky's Revenge. Remember those ones were like really huge and sprawling with just lots of empty screens? These ones are quite a bit better. Oh yeah, I think we can go up here and get a Skulltula. I'm going to call those things Skulltulas. I don't care what they're actually called. Alright. Now let's monkey on back up. So I'm kind of hoping the Tinkerbat transformation is a thing that is coming. Like as like a DLC thing. Like maybe Risky herself will be able to... Oh no, I want to go this way. Maybe Risky herself will be able to use Tinkerbats in a weird way. Look how cool this little mouse is, and how fun these, like, this is cool, right? It's just, sadly, it's not used very much. Like, I really think there should have been a part in the Main Street level that used the mouse. And we have so many hearts, I'm just not going to care about these caterpillars at all. Oh, barely made my boat there. Almost got held up. I was really hoping there would be a mouse boss fight. Like, I know you can't literally have a mouse boss fight, but just something that incorporates the mouse a little bit into a boss fight, and it doesn't. I want an elephant here. And I think we want to go all the way up to the top of the level now? Question mark? Hold on, let me think here. So that's where we just were. That had no. We want to go to the top of the level, I believe. That teleporter we can't get into yet. So the scimitars don't do more damage; they just move faster. So each individual hit still only does 3 damage, and oh no, I guess you do get more scimitars. I was gonna say I thought you still got 3 scimitars; they just move faster, but no, apparently you do get a ton of them. I don't really remember where this next mouse interest is, but we're gonna look for it. We'll get a few extra gems as we go. Unless every jar has hearts in it, my goodness. Maybe we do go all the way around. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to fall all the way down though. So we can get into there. That's our goal, is to get up top there. We can get into here, but that goes nowhere. I think there's just one more entrance we have to find over here. Or maybe we go in there. No, we went in there already. That's how we got to the wizard guy. If I go this way... That's the end of the level. Oh, do I have to go all the way up top, maybe? You know what? We're gonna bat form. Watch this. Actually, we got a bat form from over here, I believe. There'll be a mouse entrance over here that'll bring us all the way around. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, hold on. I'm lost, but I'll figure it out. I think I know what to do. What if we bat form from here? Does that get us in this little hole? Not quite, but that's where we need to get to. So we need to be like one block up from this platform. Like this. So the bat can only fly left and right. He cannot go up and down. That gets us right in this hole, which is where we want to be. See, I don't remember which all-player characters got their stretch goals met. I'm sure Risky did, and that's probably the one that took the least effort to develop, because like all the framework was already there for all her abilities from Pirate's Curse, which I still might let's play someday. I don't know. I mean, I probably will. I just couldn't give a timeline on when. Alrighty. Was there one more treasure box here? Because that was a key. That'll dump me out over here, though. I think there was one more treasure box that we did not get. What if I go this way? Expanding the mouse gameplay to do like other cool things with it, I think would have been an excellent idea. It just... I don't want to say it's like under-designed, because this is cool enough, what I'm doing right here. Like, this is already pretty fun. But you can't like use your bite attack while you're in these little holes. Turned around just at the last second there. Otherwise, would have popped out. That would have been bad. And I think once we're done here, we can whistle. I don't think there's anywhere else to go. We got the light shard, which is what we needed. Now we can bail. Let's make sure we get that flower. Scrap metal. Alright, so now he's got the other half of his magic part of his machine. And we go to the Hypno Baron's Castle, which is a level we only have to backtrack to once? Question mark? Yeah, once. And it's also got the least amount of collectible items, because it's like the last regular level in the game. What can I buy with 270? I don't think I can buy much of anything with 270. Oh, yeah, I can. I can buy this. But now we're definitely gonna buy the Warp Dance after Hypno Baron. The problem is getting the 100% in this game is not just finding the stuff. That's fun. It's you also have to buy everything out of the shop, which means getting a lot of gems. Okay, here we go. Hypno Baron. So the first time I played this level, I was like, oh good, it's a dark level. My favorite. But when you replay the level, when you come back to it, it takes the darkness effect away. And the darkness is more for ambiance anyway. It's not like... doesn't really inhibit you in the stage. Though it's a dark and spooky castle. Ain't got nothing, Blob Girl. So yeah, this level actually ended up being pretty cool, even though it could have ended up being terrible. I think this goes to Abner, does it not? Yeah, is this Abner or Poe? I don't know the difference between the two. He's for a side quest later. We don't need to do anything with him right now. I think I want to go down. But I do want to kind of do a full clear of the dungeon so we walk out of here with as many gems as possible. Alright, so that's it. That's that. Now we want to go down. I really should just be using my scimitar more liberally in this area. Where does this go? Not the right way, I don't think. There's a treasure box I'm trying to reach. We are going to tear up some bosses now. Oh, it's a mimic! There are mimics in this game, I forgot. Yeah, that's the treasure box we want to reach there. Okay, so. I just accidentally hit my desk. I apologize. I don't have the best setup for my microphone in the world. Where does this go? Is this where I was? Oh, I'm lost! Oh, I'm lost! I mean, there's new content here. What I'm looking for is a treasure box, actually. That has, I think, a heart holder in it. Ugh! She ate me. Okay, so that's the path forward. You can tell because that door has mist coming out of it. So. I don't know why she says transform so bored sometimes. Like, you're just transforming into an animal. Nothing exciting, I guess. That's not right. I think we go all the way to the right of this area, maybe. This stresses a mimic, but we're still going to kill it, because why not? This looks correct. This is going to take us all the way back to the left. To El Treasure Boxe. So some of you have been waiting this entire Christmas video for me to bring up my Zero Mission Let's Play. Because in last year's Christmas video, I did say that if I didn't complete that Let's Play this year, I would do some kind of hilarious forfeit. And I didn't complete that Let's Play this year. I just went through this door already. We've already been here. This is nothing good. I don't know what to do to complete that Let's Play. I can just never get it into my head that I need to work on it, and whenever I do sit down to work on it, so many problems arise that blah blah blah, whatever, I didn't finish it. So, what am I going to do as a forfeit? And I said in that video, apparently, I don't know that I said this, but a friend of mine who watched the video much more recently than I have said that in that video I said that I would open comments in this video, dead end, to ideas of what to do for a video forfeit since Zero Mission is forever unfinished. And I didn't want to mention it at the beginning of this video because it's only my, like, really diehard fans that are... Am I just going around in circles? I am. I've got all the items out of here that I can get for the time being. Only my most diehard fans are going to get this far in the video and be like, oh, suggestion time. So, if you're just going to be like LOL Metroid Fusion and that's your suggestion, I mean, fair enough, you unimaginative boob, but you should know I'm already planning to do a Metroid Fusion video, not a Let's Play, a different kind of a video, like a gameplay analysis, to kind of just once and for all answer the question of why I hate that game, because I get asked that question so much. So just to kind of once and for all put one video in place where I just go into detail talking about why that game is a garbage game that belongs in the garbage. That's going the wrong way. Oh, I could have made it back. Oh, I could have saved that. Fair enough. Can we just bat form through this area? I wonder. Not quite. Excuse you. You're going the wrong way, man. I don't think this will work either. I mean, it got me some distance. I'm not going to fight this thing. I don't know how to kill that monster, so we're just going to walk away from it. Actually, you can surprisingly bat through most of this area. Abusing the rush jet over here, boss. So if you have an idea of what to do for a Zero Mission forfeit that is a little more creative than just LOL Fusion, then, I mean, feel free to leave a comment. But you should know that as of this recording, I am planning, like I already have recorded and ready to upload a Let's Play of AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which is awesome. And I've done a test play for Metroid Prime, so you're going to get some Metroid in the coming year. That's in addition to this Metroid Fusion is a garbage video, or garbage game video that I want to do. I mean, my suggestion for a forfeit is to just finish the Zero Mission. You know what? We gotta buy this. We gotta buy the Warp Dance. We eventually have to buy the Revive Dance too, and then you can trade those dances for these dances. But as you can see, we're broke at the moment. So you're going to have quite a lot of Metroid in the coming year. So the question kind of becomes, do you just want more Metroid in your life? Is that a really good forfeit? So I don't know what else you guys would consider to be a good forfeit for Zero Mission. My suggestion is to just unsatisfactorily finish the series. Like, complete the videos, instead of doing scripted commentary, just do like post-commentary where I just talk about what a failure I am and how I can't complete a series despite it being delayed. It's my Mighty Number 9, basically, is what I'm saying. We're gonna scimitar this thing to death. We've got all the damage upgrades and everything. We're getting damage on him even though he's out of range, because we awesome like that. And then there's another phase of the boss fight, obviously. So my one thought is I've got one zero mission video that needs like another 3 or 4 paragraphs of scripting, like another 50 seconds or so. And maybe just use that 50 seconds to explain why the series could never be finished like that. And then just take the rest of the videos and do just post-scripting, maybe. I don't know. That was my thought. I am just so not happy with the quality of that series. And it's been so long. My channel has changed so much since I started making it. Like, I've been thinking, like, do I go back and add outros for them now that, outros are a thing that I do in my videos? Like, I don't know. I really don't have the first idea on how to rectify that solution. Sometimes there are failed projects in the world, and Zero Mission is mine. So if you have an idea for a forfeit, leave it in the comments. I'm not going to put it to a vote or anything. I will just read the suggestions and then pick one that I think is suitable. But if you're just going to say lol play Fusion, you should know that everybody in the universe has already suggested that, and it's the worst idea ever. I actually streamed Fusion recently. I needed to do some work in my streaming room to get my green screen set up. And Peanut and I, at the time, a couple months ago, this was back in September, we was broke. We spent every dime we had to buy this house and move here. And I only needed like $100 or so for the green screen. So I just did a stream. I did a donation stream. Like, if you hit this amount of money in this amount of time, I'll play Metroid Fusion tonight. And that happened, and then I played it, and it was awful. Oh, so bad. I have another full playthrough of Fusion that I've done, recorded, sitting on the computer, for when I inevitably make that garbage video. So one thought I had was to do the garbage video, and then maybe for my forfeit, instead of doing something with what do I have to do here? Oh, take Mermaid back to the main street. That's right. So I think we can clear Main Street now. I think. We can't actually buy anything. We don't have the money for it. Yeah, let's go. Back to Main Street. I think we can get everything out of Main Street. It shows you on the level select screen how many items are hidden in each level. Which is cool. I'm very glad for that feature. We need 2 more items here. Can we get them both? Let me think. I do believe we can. Now that we have Harpy form and can fly everywhere. See, as far as the forfeit goes, the other idea I had was to take that just raw, unedited Fusion gameplay, which is several hours long, and just upload it with just like unscripted commentary. I better check these. I better check down here just to make sure there's nothing that I missed. Because one of these things is a plot item that we need. And it's in the 3rd lake, I'm pretty sure. And then the 4th lake doesn't have anything. But we'll see. And the reason I'm not just using Harpy form to fly over everything is because, again, I need to get all these gems. Like, I still need to... If I don't play the levels, I need to farm gems later anyway to buy the last few items that we need. So there might be a Let's Play Fusion in the cards, in the sense of I will just take the footage that I have and it's several hours long, but just like do post commentary, something quick and easy that I can just upload that will be hopefully entertaining to watch and will put everybody's mind at ease about the Zero Mission thing. I don't know. I have lots of ideas. Not all of them are good. All the starfish love me now because I'm a mermaid. But now we can swim up here. And this guy will give me the Vorpal sword. And then the guy back in town will give me the magic hat, and then the magic hat is the next storyline item we need. We are going to need the elephant form somewhere in this level, I'm certain. I know there's nothing down here. I'm going to check anyway, just to be absolutely certain. Just for my own edification. Yeah, there's nothing down here. We're only one screen away. I don't want to warp dance to the next area right now. First of all, we need the gems. And second of all, I'm like terrified I'm going to miss something. I have to replay the level anyway. So whatever, longer Christmas video. By the way, my buddy McDole also does, McDole and Nourishim, I think, both of them also do Christmas videos. So if you watch this video and you're still not sated, there will be other Christmas videos for you to watch today. McDole's already recorded his, I think. I don't know if Nourishim's doing one or not. I forgot to ask him. One game that we're going to play, you know, I want to be in Harpy form for this. So right now we're looking for rocks against walls, basically. Like here. So I'm pretty sure there's a passage that opens up on one of these. We've already been in that little hole. We can just use the scimitar to open them, I guess. Man, was I just whapping that sign with my scimitars? I didn't know that was a thing. I do want the gems. I don't think there's anything in the middle of the level, really. Mainly we needed that waterfall relic and the Vorpal sword, but then there's one more, or maybe those were the last two items. Ah, there was that flower. That's what we need. Okay. I knew there was something else. Some scrap metal. Alright, we're done here. We'll make sure that we got everything out of that level. We did. Main Street is done. Is he at the item shop? Yes. Here, man, I got your Vorpal sword. Now give me the magic hat. That is the magic hat. And we give the magic hat to old Grandma Jellyfish. Because she's a foxy grandma. And now our mermaid can shoot stuff. Okay, let me think. We want to go back to Mermaid Falls now, I'm pretty sure. We should have enough stuff to get basically everything on in every level now, except for the plot. Wait, do we want to go back to Mermaid Falls right now? Yes, we need to go back to Mermaid Falls now. So let's see, Main Street, we got all the things there. Why is there a monkey bullet in both of these spots? It says there's a monkey bullet there. And there. Interesting. Okay, so we need one key, a bunch of skulltulas, a scrap metal. So there's one, and a heart holder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things out of Mermaid Falls we still need. And there's a plot item we have to... See, you gotta go to this level 4 times if you want to get the best ending. Because we gotta come back again after the end game quest kicks up. Because you unlock the last level and you can go beat it and get the bad ending, or you can unlock the last level and do the end game subquest and get the best ending. But to do that, you've got to come back to this level again. Alright, so it's going to involve a lot of these underwater areas now that we can shoot. Oh, I didn't get that one. Not a problem. So I said 7 things, right? So here's thing 1. Another Skulltula. And we can use the waterfall relic to swim up the waterfalls. This is the mermaid... No, the harpy feather? Yes. Or harpy talon. So you can shoot as a harpy, but that's not very useful. That's thing number 2 of 7. So make sure we cleared that area out. Looks like we are good. There should be a rock over here that we can break now, though. And there is, in fact. And I think this is the next plot item that we need here. Some of this waterfall. No, it's not. It's a heart holder. Aha. So that's number 3 that we needed. You can use the waterfall relic with either the crab or the mermaid, which is nice. And then if we go all the way down this way, do we get one more thing in here? Yes. That's number 5. And this screen, I do believe, is done. There should be 2 things that we can get. In the factory area. Oops. So we'll just warp straight to the factory. We're going to need 300 gems by the time we get to the snake vendor here. In order to have everything we need. And we've done most of these areas already. There's another item you can get that makes dancing a little faster. Maybe there's nothing on this first screen of the area. Ah, this thing. Probably scrap metal. Nope, just some gems. So yeah, we've already gotten that then. That was just gems. The flowers with gems regrow. The flowers with, like, plot items do not. So nothing down there. I could be harpying here for... And nothing down there. Okay. Did we have the elephant stomp last time we came here? We did not, because otherwise we got the scrap metal. So that's number 6 of 7. Did I lose count? I might have lost count. And is that 7 of 7? I do believe this level's cleared out now. So all we have left to do here... You know, we don't have enough gems anyway. Let's just call that cleared out, and then if I'm missing something, I'll just go back at the very end and get it. And next we're going to replay the desert level. Oh, we're still missing a key from there. Alright, so we're going to have to go back and look for it. I'm not sure where it might be. So we need 2 Skulltulas and a heart here. 2 hearts. Sounds good. And this opens up the next plot point. Like, this gets us our next map for the last level of the game. And we still have so much stuff to buy. This will actually be my first time getting 100% in the game, honestly. Because I haven't bought all the stuff in a single save file yet. Right, that was a Skulltula down there. Like, maybe there should be like an item shop discount card or something hidden in the game that makes all the items cost half the amount of gems, or I don't know. I don't know any things. I know some thongs, that's it. Desert sewer level! That's what we need, the iron slab. We need that, and we need the zombie hamster from the castle level, which we'll go to next, because we need an item from the castle level to finish up the airship level. So this is a crab level, which is nice. I like how they found a way to make the crab kind of fun, even after you have Mermaid, which is strictly speaking better in every way. But I have so much health, I don't care about this damage. We're just gonna get fricasseed. Oh no, we want to go in here now. I don't remember what this is. Is this the red gem, maybe? Nope, heart holder. I do wish they had found a way to incorporate more boss fights in this game. There's a lot of really cool gameplay ideas like the crab snap and stuff that they could have incorporated in the boss fights, but they just didn't get the opportunity. And then, finally, we're going to need to go up the tower one more time. So there's a spot we can harpy to now. And you see, like, your third or fourth time going through a level, things actually don't change very much. Like, there's not a lot more going on now than there was the previous time we backtracked here. We do have enough money to buy the next dance that we need, though. Oh, we can get this now, too. I think this is just gems, though. Yeah, just some gems. So it's not like a super important thing. But the crab level that we went through, you can't even do that on your second replay of the level. This friggin' guy. Fortunately, there's no monkey claw in this game. That was only in the original Shantae, and I really miss it whenever I replay any of the sequels. Because it means whenever you're in monkey form and you're moving around really fast, you have to transform out of monkey form to use your hair again. You have Monkey Bullet, but it's not the same. This should actually clear this whole level. So we're going to have to go back to Mermaid Falls because we missed one thing. And who knows what it is. I mean, somebody knows. Somebody's watching this video who knows exactly what I missed and where it is, but... whatever. We're going to need to farm the gems anyway, so going back is not going to waste a lot of time. I could have done with a couple more puzzle rooms, too. I like some of the puzzle areas in the game, like especially in this level here. You get to do some kind of fun stuff. But there's so few of them. They really missed out on like the Zelda-style dungeons that other games have. What are you? Herat holder. And that's our last Herat holder. We missed one Skulltula there. Okay. So we just need one item out of here. So it must be one of the earlier areas of that level, because it's got to be underwater somewhere. So we have to come back to this level yet one more time to get stuff later. But at least for now, we get to go to an area we haven't been to in this level before. See, I can shoot my little talons now, but they don't do a lot of damage. And I mentioned in my stream that when she yells Harpy Talon like that, it sounds like Charlotte from Castlevania Harmony of Despair. Like, Harpy Talon sounds like the kind of spell that she would have, that she would cast. And the voice actress sounds very similar in that one instance. Alright, we got the zombie hamster. We out. Yeah, I was going to have to go back to Mermaid Falls later anyway. So it's fine. Yeah, we get a bunch of stuff out of here now. We have everything we need to get out of here. Including the warp dance.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
You could use Harpy to just cheese it. I mean, that's kind of fun to do. Or you could just warp to the relevant section. But this section we can replay. Cool, roast. There's lots of little side areas that you can't clear in this level. Without, like, the last upgrades you get are the Waterfall Relic and the Harpy, obviously, and then that Bat Sonar. Which, I mean, come on, Bat Sonar. How Castlevania are you trying to be? Ah. I was like, should I gut it? Should I not? Do I have time? Do I not? Urgh. That's a hole. Stop chasing me, fool. I kind of wish there was a better way to get through these lasers. Like, if you could walk with the crab with the shell out, that'd be nice. What was down here? Nothing. Nothing we need anymore. There was something down there, but not anymore. Fireballed in the face! Actually, am I going down here? No. Waiting for lasers is the least fun thing in this game, and it's not that bad. There's nothing in this game that I really dislike doing. Every level has something to recommend it. All of the previous Shantae games have like one spot that I just hate replaying. But this game is so unbelievably replayable. We'll clear this room for the gems, I suppose. We got lots of them. We gotta buy expensive dances still. We need the Obliterate dance. I guess after doing that one elephant area, we could have just warped away, but we didn't do that. Alright, let me see if I can remember all of the... Not a whipping box, Brick Road. What are you doing? Yeah, let's see if we can remember all the side areas are here. None of them are, like, really super hidden. I transformed into the wrong thing. What have you here? Oh, there's the red gem. So now we can whip red gems into hearts. But again, it's not a super useful ability. Like, it's not something that I will be using a lot. Oh, you can make it through both of those. I thought, okay, I might pay really close attention. I'm going to really time this right and get it done. And I got it done, and I feel great. Alright, so I think the exit from this room... is down here. Aha. So I can elephant this thing. I think this is just probably gems. Maybe it's a scrap metal. Oh, it is a scrap metal. So the scrap metal side quest is done. We still got a couple of Skulltulas we didn't find yet. We do the waterfall maze now. They're very slowly moving around. That was not correct. This one. You can only use the waterfalls from 2 places each, like the beginning and the end. And there's really no way to know which one, but then there's only one way through this maze, so it's not like really a maze anyway. I think the crab walks faster. We'll use the crab. So that was just... there's the dark room here. Was there anything else? I'm forgetting now. Oh, can't use that one. Now we can. Alright, so we've raided Ammo Baron's toilet. Let's get out of here. We are kind of raking up the gems here. Maybe we'll be alright when it comes to gems. So we're going to have to get a little bit backtracky. One more little side area here, which we need to be a monkey to get into. Maybe? There it is. So with the bat, we can now see a little bit in this area. We don't want to fly into spikes inadvertently. Like right there. Okay, so... Now we fly back. Yeah, because we want to be at the very top. And I forget how far we want to go here. It would just be a matter of measuring... Oh, shoots. It would really just be a matter of measuring... the platforms, really. Spikes. I thought I could be cheesy there, but... Unfortunately, the bat flies a little bit too fast to react to the spikes if you're flying at its full speed. What am I doing? Why is life? Okay, so we want to go here. No. Here. So I think you can either monkey or harpy to that green platform and then get up to this one here, which is where you want to be. This looks correct. So it will just be memorizing the path, and you can do this without the sonar. Oh, right. And now we can shoot as the spider, but there's not really any reason to use the spider that we've seen, so... you know, I think that does it for this area. Yeah, so we're done there. We can't get the last thing there yet. We need to find this Skulltula. And there's something else in Mermaid Falls, but there's no reason to go back there yet. Because we're going to have to go back there for a story mission pretty soon here. It's got to be underwater, because all of the Skulltulas are underwater. So we'll just go mermaid through all these underwater sections. Probably behind a brick wall that we have to use the bubble to blow up. Okay, there was one down in that pit. We already have it. I could harpy to make this go faster, I guess, but I want to make sure that we are watering properly. Did we go down here already? I think we did. Yeah, we've been down here. There it is. I just saw it. Aha. How did I miss that? It was right in plain sight. So I think that's all the Skulltulas, is it not? Missing a key there. Which we're not going to go back for just yet. We do need to return to that level, both because we need to find that key, but also because we're going to need one more plot item, and we're going to have to talk to the snake dealer there. But we have the hamster and the iron plate, so... we'll finish Mimic's crazy machine, and of course that will end up the same way as all his crazy machines. With Risky Boots doing something evil, and then there's some plot stuff, and we can now go to Risky's hideout. That's actually a really long cutscene. That cutscene is 73 hours long. But now all the bad guys are here. Techno Baron wants us to go back to Mermaid Falls and get his computer chip. Let's see here. You want all the Skulltulas, which I have. To get Risky's ribbon. So basically, all the bosses will help give you Risky items, but you have to do subquests for them that are optional. Ammo Baron wants scrap metal. So the endgame quest kind of gives you a reason to go back and replay a lot of the old levels to scour for those last few items. And then in here, a building we have not gone in yet, Squid Baron gives me a poster. So now back to Mermaid Falls to scour for the last key. I think I know which one I'm missing. I think it's in the factory? Question mark. Let's buy $400 worth of stuff first, though. Actually, 300. I think we need 400 worth of stuff from the Snake Lady. Alright, so we'll buy the Flamethrower, Smoke Puff, and that's really all we can afford. I think, unfortunately, we are going to have to do some gem farming. But we're not going to go straight to Risky's hideout yet. One more subquest in the castle. And then back to Mermaid Falls to look for an item that I have no idea where it is.
Ready.
Okay, so we don't need to be here yet. I just said we weren't going to go there, and then what I did, I went there. And we were there, and what do you want from me? So we're missing a key here. It's got to be in a treasure chest. All the keys are in treasure chests. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the waterfall section. Like we didn't water... Oh, maybe, you know what? Yeah, maybe there's another waterfall we didn't use. I'll bet that's it. Let's go ahead and grab some gems while we're at it.
Transform.
Okay, we've used that waterfall. Oh, we can't use it from there. We gotta use it from here. What was in here? Yeah, we already got whatever that is. No Storm Puff. That's not what I wanted at all. Did we go in here? We did. That was an elephant area. Gotta be one more waterfall somewhere. Nah, there's this friggin' guy. Might be in the factory. Let's see then. If I were a waterfall, there's one. That brings me up here. That just shows me the mouse area. And that takes me back down. Yeah, I did not see it. Might just be a waterfall in the factory area that we need. Pretty sure I'm going to want 400 gems before I do much of anything else. We already checked all these areas multiple times, I think. My imperfect memory is telling me that it's a harpy area in the last part of the factory. But my imperfect memory is not very smart sometimes. In this section here. I mean, if you're going to grind for the gems anyway, you might as well do it while looking for the last item, right? That talent is so worthless. I would like there to be a very quick and easy way to farm gems in this game. Like there is in Risky's Revenge. There's just one spot where you can just kind of infinitely farm gems if you want. So up here was the bat form. If we go even further up, it's like the only room in the game where you need this spider form. So underutilized. It's sad is what it is. It just looks really cool and it's so fun to use. Ah, what could have been. So this should be Mr. Barrett Man's What's It Doohickey. Yeah, okay. We need to go to the next part of the level to talk to Snake Merchant Girl. I think 4 hundo is all we're going to need to buy the rest of the stuff that she sells. Yeah, let's just... There might be just one more thing hidden in this area, then. No, this is it. Alright, come on, wake up. No, I didn't know she had a voice, and now it's kind of creepy. Oh, no, we need more than that. This... Because I don't want to trade any of these. Okay, so let's buy Obliterate. Buy the Dryad Dance. And we need the Revive Dance. You know what we can do, though? Because they give you this chance where you just shoot out gems. We can just sit here and do this for forever. Actually, that's not too bad. Maybe that's the strat then, is to get the gem dance and have it spit out some of the big gems. And then right before it blinks away, pick them all up. That's not what we're going to do, though, because that would be awful. I'm going to go back to the castle and finish that up. Then we're going to go do one more run of Mermaid Falls and just scour it to find that last key that we need. Yeah, just one key is all we need there. Everything else is gots. It's kind of interesting that the further you go in the game, the further the level is in the game, the less stuff it has to find in it. Like the oldest level, the Mermaid Falls, has the most stuff to find. So the last dance I need is 250, was the Revive Dance, I believe. Sounds right. I'm actually running low on magic for once, which is fine, because, I mean, my man's right here. Okay, so you give him the poster you get from Squidman, and he gives you a poster with Squidman on it. And that's it. We're done with the castle. Alright, now the part we've all been waiting for. The backtracking where we just scour the whole level looking for the thing that I missed. We need one key Do we have all the other keys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Because we're missing one there. So there's 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's supposed to be 10 keys. So this one is the last key. Okay. Hurrah! Alright, time to really scour the place. Like, I know this pool is just a little dip that goes down. There's a Skulltula down here, but we gotta check it. Because who knows? And then by the time we get back to the shop lady, we should have enough gems. What if we go up here? No, just empty space. 250 is the target. There's still some stuff we have to buy from the regular shop too, like hundreds of gems worth of stuff. So we're gonna have to... Yeah, we're gonna have to farm gems no matter how you cut it. There was a Skulltula there. Anything in this middle section? No, just more little spiky dudes. This goes to Adventure Man, I believe. No, this goes to... Oh, a waterfall. We've been up there, though. Wait, have we been up there? Did we go up there, guys? I think it was a heart holder. Yeah, okay, we have. I'm not crazy. I'm crazy. It's different. It has two Z's in it. So we have been all through the water area of this level. We can't get into that waterfall from here. And this is just Crystallis sound effect. I have so much healing and there's no need for any of it. Alright. Not bad. Alright, let's just harpy around. Looks like there's only the two waterfalls in this section. You would really think there'd be more. I was thinking there was one treasure box in this area that I hadn't gotten. But that seems to not be the case. Let's go up and check the very top area up here. Now I guess we should check the middle section here first. And that waterfall there took me to the top. 'Cause this goes into the factory. Yeah, that goes to the factory. Okay. That's a bat. We go up here. I don't know how long it would take to kill this thing in harpy form. I mean, she didn't feel like attacking me for some reason. Maybe the harpy talent is better than I'm giving it credit for, and I'm just a negative Nancy. Okay, so I'm pretty confident it's not in that screen. There are no items hidden on the, like the sliding screen at the very end of this level. So don't worry about that. Must have just been an underwater area that we missed. I don't know why I shot that guy. I knew it was going to end badly for me. Still need the gems, though. So... remember the first time I streamed this, when I streamed this blind, I was missing one of the Skulltulas at the end, and it took forever for me to find it. So, that screen is pretty much cached. It is nice having an attack, you know, that you don't have to untransform to use. It's just hard to aim. Yeah, flying up here is not gaining me anything. Oh, I can't get those from there. Come on, 2 damage at a time, buddy. Keep walking through my hurt box. And this just goes back up to where I got the bat form up there. So it's not up there. It's got to be in the water of this area. You can't whip those little gold fiery guys, by the way. That's why we're killing them that way. There's got to be a mermaid rock that we haven't broken. That one must have been a Skulltula down there. Ugh. That just goes to Grandma Jellyfish's house. It might have been on the previous screen. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we elephant form into there. Got it. Aha. Right. I think I might even mention that on my first pass through the level. Last key. Beautiful. Alright, now I think we can buy out the rest of the Harpy stuff. I knew that was the wrong way, but again, we need a bunch of gems. Like, there's still weapon types we haven't even started buying. And it just begs the question, like, what is the best way to get gems in this game? There's that little gem tree, but that did not seem to be very efficient. There's also the dryad tree that you can get, which instead of spitting out gems, it spits out fruits. Alright, so this, I think she'll... What do we have to buy here? The revive one? Yeah. We don't need to buy any potions. Actually, you might have to buy a potion. Oh, I need to buy that too with 5 hundo. So we're going to have to come back here one more time yet. So much stuff to buy. Ah, alright, Pepsi. You are still delicious, but you are no longer ice cold. It has been a long time. Okay, so that's... all the levels are clear. I guess we just run through levels collecting gems? Which level has the most gems, I wonder? Maybe the Ammo Baron level? Ammo Baron's done. So we need a lot of gems. I forgot she had 2 levels of Revive Dance. Alright, so we got Open all these doors with the keys we've been getting. Get another risky item. I'm still missing a key. I'm going to be salty because I'm pretty sure we got all the keys. We found all the stuff in the game. The only things we need to still get to get a hundo is the stuff that we buy. But because we got all the keys, now Mayor Scuttlebutt has the best broken item in the game. Infinite magic. So, that's why the keys are really worth hunting down. You get infinite magic. Which means we can just do this and just run around with this forever. And it refills just as fast as it goes down. Alright, so we'll just start buying stuff. Backdash, which we haven't used at all. We need 300... Oh, we need like 1,000 gems still. It's gonna be a minute, guys. Let's go talk to Techno Baron here. Risky's cufflink. So that's all the risky stuff. I got an achievement, Finders Keepers. I wonder why. It's not the first time I found everything. I should have got that achievement the first time I played the game. Achievements aren't important anyway, which is why I told that awesome Batman story earlier. Okay, so I got the magic polarizer, so now we can get the good ending, but man, we need a lot of gems still. Like, a lot. We need 500 for... Let's count it up. We need 500 for the revive spell. We need 750, 850... 925... 97... So yeah, we need 1,000... Oh, we need 1,250 gems. And I don't know what the best way to get them is. I guess we will just start by replaying all the levels. Now that we have the infinite magic scimitar deal. Like, I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. I want to go to Main Street. I think Main Street has like a lot of just jars that are easy to reach that have a lot of gems in them. We could science it. Okay, we're going to science it. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get out calc.exe. Right now I have 35 gems. So I'm going to type 35 into calc.exe. Okay. We'll just see how many gems we get from just a quick run through every level. And see which level is the most worthwhile. I think Ammo Baron... Well, I don't know. We can warp past the first side-scroller part, so... Or auto-scroller part, so who knows. We can just scimitar through everything in the game now. And nothing matters. Ever. Best attack ever. I guess technically we should be measuring like gems per second in each level. Or maybe measuring gems independently in each sub-level to determine... Like, maybe it's just worth replaying one sub-level over and over. Or maybe nothing beats the gem jar that we already got. Maybe that's like the best gems per second the game offers. In Risky's Revenge, there were rooms in the Hypno Baron's castle that had like hundreds of gems in them. Get off me. Ah, I don't want to miss you up there. Alright, so I have 127. So, 127 minus 35 is 92 gems in Main Street 1. I'll have to put this all information in a spreadsheet and let you guys read it afterwards. So you can check my work if you like.
Transform!
Oh, I should mark that I had 127 now. Okay, 127. That's what I've got currently. Although, I don't know, the Ammo Baron level has a lot of just enemies to kill, too. Although this level has the infinitely spawning enemies over here. Like, if they drop big gems quickly... which it doesn't look like they're going to do... yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking probably not. But regardless, many gems nonetheless. And I think that's probably... nope, there's some jars. Because one thought is how many monsters you can kill, and the other school of thought, I guess, would be how many jars are in a level to break. And that's the end of the level. So now I've got 248s minus the 127 I had. Main Street 2 has 121 gems. Now I want to do Flying Carpet level, I think. Cape Crustacean. I think we'll just skip past the auto-scroller with the warp. Like this. Oh, I got rid of the warp song. Welp. Okay, I should mark down that I've got 248. I could trade back to it here, though. We can also cheat now because of Harpy form. Not bat form. There we go. Well, I guess we'll just... for science, we'll measure Cape Crustacean 1. Even though collecting gems here is going to be a big pain in the butt. Oh, I got rid of that warp song and now I regret everything. I wanted to try the gem song. This is going to be a very unprofitable first part of the level. With the warp song, though, we can skip right to the second part, which I think is much more profitable and has many, many more jars. Watch, I'm going to upload this video, then the next day somebody's going to discover, like, an infinite gem glitch. I can't shoot all these guys. The Harpy Talon is too unwieldy. And most of them aren't even dropping gems anyway. Alright. So. Crustacean 1. We have 260. Minus the 248 we had. 12 gems. Wow. Some of these rooms have lots of pots in them. Like this one. Profitable indeed. But I suspect if this is not the best level for gems, it'll be one of the bests. Whatever, guys. I got infinite scimitar. I guess infinitely spawning monsters happen here, too. I thought it was only in the restaurant that happened. I wonder why there's not a subquest to go kill 30 ammo-bearing guys. There's kind of an art to aiming your scimitar, believe it or not. Like, it's not trivial to be at the correct distance to hit with the revolving scimitars and with your hair at the same time. I think this is just the room with the pots. No, that's the horrible laser room. So this next room must be the one with the pots. And it is, in fact. Not a bad take so far. I think we got over 100 gems just in this one section of level. Give me your roast, son. Like, it's roast ammo baron soldier, though. Like, is that really something we want to eat? Is it full of electrolytes? Question mark. Alright, so we had 260. Now we have 373. 113 in Crustacean 2. So still not as good as... Well, in Main Street 2 we actually farmed for a little bit, though. Although I farmed for a minute here, too, so... We are sciencing. It's gem science, you guys. But I was thinking this level might be a good spot because there's a lot of these guys to kill. But I think densely packed jars are going to be the best way in the end. You can just barely make that if you're waiting right at the edge of the laser. You can get through both of them, but only just barely. Then you've got obnoxious rooms like this, which are like big sprawling affairs. Mermaid Falls has the sliding section, though. I wonder how that factors into anything. Yeah, I don't think the monster drops are the way to go. We're just not getting enough gems from coming off of monsters here. Yeah, we're at the end of this level now. Not that magic is important anymore because we have infinite magic. But the actual magic jars themselves are pretty tasty, so... That's something that I've actually wondered about way too much. Like, you play games, like, you play games that have, like, potions or stuff to refill your health. What if, like, the potions in the universe, like, taste absolutely disgusting, you know? So we got 444 now. Oh, I don't know how many we had. We had 338, plus the 35 we started with. Alright, so we had 373. Take away from 444. There was only 71 gems in Crustacean 3. Not terrific. We could try running through the castle, but I don't know the like most efficient path to go through that castle. We might also try Risky's hideout, I guess. I kind of don't want to do Tassel Town because it's obnoxious to play through the last section of it. I guess we could skip. Well, we can't skip. We don't have the warp song. Herp derp. Let's try the castle. See if we can just find like an efficient path through the actual castle itself. Because we're like a third of the way to where we need to be. Maybe that's why they give you the infinite magic and stuff. Because they knew that farming for gems at the end of the game would be monotonous. Or maybe not. I don't know. Okay, that goes to... I think Abner's the big one and Poe is the little one. I don't know, lots of gems are happening. The mimics, I feel, should always be a big source of gems. You know, like they're treasure box monsters. Blob Lady kind of got stuck in the doorway there for a second. I don't think this is the most efficient path, and I don't think the next part of the level is going to even be worth checking, honestly. Yeah, this is the end of the level. Okay, so we have to go through the Harpy area, and then... I think that's about it, really. And it's not super efficient because we have to backtrack. Well, like I said, I don't have the most efficient path memorized, so who knows. I really need to get the... There's a thing you might call the track that attracts gems from further away. We probably should already have it for this level, but... that's not the correct way. I want to go up to the top of the castle where there's a bunch of pots and then call this level done. Someday maybe I'll learn how all these warps fit together. Some wonderful day. That is not this day. I mean, I'm still in the process of learning the game. There's still a lot to test, a lot to try, you know? No, not over there. Maybe there aren't any pots. No, there are pots on the far end. Hopefully with hundreds of gems in. Oh, how terrible would it be if the gem jar dance is the best way to get gems in the game? Like just standing there and doing 1,000 gems worth of that dance. Alright, like I can go down and around, but I don't know exactly how to get there. I'm going to call this done. We've got 562 now. Let's see. Minus the 444 we started with. There was 118 gems here. In Hypno 1. I kind of want to run through the last level of the game in here. Let's run through this last level. Oh, I don't know if it'll let me warp dance. I don't want to play the level twice, though. Alright, maybe we better not. I don't want to play this. I don't have to play this level twice. Oh, we still need like 600 gems, though. Alright, let's try Tasseltown. Let's put it in the calculation here. I think I'm only trying to try the first 2 parts of Tasseltown now. Because there are lots of jars here. The second part is pretty dense with jars too. The idea being that while you're doing when you're doing that tower climb for the first time, you can kind of decide whether or not you want to just race to the top like I did, or try to get the jars and stuff as you go. The first time I played, I killed myself trying to get as many jars as possible, but that turned out to not be necessary, because you have to replay the level pretty extensively anyway. I don't know, it's kind of raining gems on me here. Not bad. Are those worm monsters exploding into more gems after I kill them? That's a bat. I want a monkey. Might have to play with that next worm monster here. I think they are. They're exploding into more gems after I kill them. Interesting. Interesting. Gem Science. That's the name of the game today. Most of the point where I don't even want to whip anything anymore. They are. I'm whipping more and more gems out of them. That's pretty awesome. Maybe we have a winner with those monsters. Like, that's actually very interesting. I didn't know they could drop oranges. Alright. So we got 758 now. We're going to sit on the save screen for a minute. So 758 minus the 562 we had, 196. In Tassel 1. That's a new record for gems gained in one level. Tassel might be the way to go. May very well be. Because this part of the level has just a lot of gems to get. Just a lot of jars to break. I almost forgot you could crawl in this game. You get Monkey so early and it's so useful. far as getting through tight spaces go. I'm not going to mouse over to that one jar, though. There's almost never anything hidden behind the breakable rocks in this game, which is a little surprising considering how, like, important they were in earlier games. Like, how often they hid stuff. Maybe they figured people was wise to their tricks. Didn't want to use it as much. And I know if you go off to the left and right here, there's even more jars, but we're just trying to measure the quick runs right now. I'm not going back for that one purple gem. I refuse. A lot of these are just heart jars, though. Yeah, now we're at the top. I knew there was a lot of jars here, but if they just have hearts in them... Not the most useful thing in the world. Oh, there's a jar that I missed. Alright, so that was 863. Minus the 758 we had is only 105 in Tassel 2. And there's a snake lady in this level who we need 500 for. All right, so I think I've got a plan of attack now. I think we're going to use... I'm going to buy the attract stuff that I need, so we can pick up gems from further away, and then we'll have an easier time picking them up as we destroy those worm monsters. I think that's going to be the way to be. Hey, buddy. We gotta... Okay, let's buy the attracts. I didn't realize there were multiple levels of the attract. So much stuff in this game. I'm gonna buy one potion just in case we need one. Alright. I will never use that, that mirror. I'd rather dodge enemy projectiles than defend myself from them. So we still need like 800 more gems. I didn't realize the track had multiple levels to it. But hey, we got max attract. Ah, so that should be like pick up gems from the next zip code maybe. Yeah, they just kind of pop into my form now. They just hop in from wherever they are. So this will probably be the one and only time I get the full hundo in this game. Unless there's a really efficient way of farming gems that I've just missed. Excuse you, monkey. That's mouse. I don't want mouse. Oh, I made my dance faster. That's why I got messed up there. How about I jump from that ledge so I don't fall into that water every time? That worm did not yield very high dividends. Come here, you. Alright, so we are far, far, far too powerful at the moment. We can basically, with our revive, that fills up half our hearts whenever we want. The other revive thing we're going to buy fills up all of our hearts whenever we want. It uses magic, but we have infinite magic. You see where this is going. We've essentially bent the game over at this point. Yeah, those guys are just like little gem factories. This might end up being the longest Christmas video I've done because of the gem farming. Are you not entertained? I want these guys to get stuck under here. Exactly what I want. I wonder if those things ever drop big gems. Looks like they only ever drop the little gems, which are, I think, are worth 1 and the big ones are worth 5. Alright, 1 through run of that, and we might wipe out the shop in town. Then we just need 5 hundo to buy the revive from the worm lady. Worm lady or snake lady? I guess I don't know. Worms and snakes are the same thing, anyway. I think maybe there didn't need to be 3 levels of attracts. Oh well. That one had lots of big gems. Got a few more out of it before it sunk into the depths of Sandland. Maybe that's what we need, is we need one of those quicksand waterfalls to go to an area of the level that has like 50 of these worm monsters. That seems pretty efficient. Not really used to the metronome either. I keep picking the wrong animal because I get so used to the timing of the original dance that now that it's faster, it's messing with my tiny monkey brain. Come back! I wasn't playing with you guys yet. Ooh, did that one just drop a big one? It looked like it dropped a big one right there. Maybe not. Maybe my eyeballs are seeing things. Like I said, crazy monkey brain. What do you want from me? Maybe one of the quicksand things do go somewhere. I guess I haven't checked all of them. I mean, it's reasonably fun to collect gems this way. It looks like this excursion was more profitable than the last one. I knocked one of them into the tower. Go me. Alright, we're just going to go through this level and go to Snake Lady, I think. And buy her 5 hundo thing. And we'll just do it very quickly, like. If I was smart, I would have got the warp dance back, but I'm not smart. Not smart even in the slightest. Up here. I guess we could try some of the... Oh yeah, it's got a laser beam, that's right. Oh, I remember now. Okay, so the first time I played this, the dark room, I didn't know there was a bat sonar. So I was trying to use this to kind of figure out where the platforms were. I wonder how Infinite Laser does on some of the bosses. I don't know if it's still fast enough to pick up these gems, considering how quickly we can get them in the first part of this level. Yeah, that's the Crystallis damage sound effect. It's just like a very slightly lower pitch, is all. Oh, we got a monkey here. This goes up to a jar, right? Does that go through walls? Looks like it might. It's kind of hard to control. Alright, so we need to go to this level because there is a snake worm lady here. And she has the same inventory as the previous one. Sometimes we're going to eat a lot of arrows flying through here. I don't think I've ever actually played this stage on replay, to be honest. Because you can get all the items your first time through. In fact, the very first time I played this, I had bat form coming through here, so I didn't even need to use the like little monkey sequence break. But hey, you know, cheesing the whole level like this is fine. I'm surprised they didn't hide something in this level that requires Harpy. I'm glad they didn't, because I don't want to replay this level every time I play the game to get some quest item or whatever, but... there she is. Her arrows do 1 damage. Mine do 2. I win. Alright, Super Revive Dance and trade the warp. There's also this blobfish, which is dumb, so we're not getting it. Okay. I'm not sure how much we still need. Hopefully just like one more run through that first desert area. And then we can get on to the final area of the game. I want to get my scimitar back out, though. There we go. Hey, what's up, buddy? Okay, so we need 300... This is total invincibility? Okay, that's fine. So we just need 300. That's it. And by that last thing... Mirror. I will never use that. Invincibility, it's so expensive, though. I guess it's no more expensive than the revive spell. The idea is if you have the infinite magic, you can just get all the life you want by doing the revive dance as many times as you need to. I guess invincibility is another option there if you really want it. And just keep recasting it over and over. The difference is you can't use invincibility and the scimitar, whereas you can use scimitar and the dance at the same time. Infinite magic just breaks the game, is what I'm getting at. It's just, you get infinite offense and defense, and it's great. See, that time I jumped over that water instead of falling into it like a schmuck. I don't think I got any of those bloopers that time. No! No! Oh, there we go. I like that part the best, I think. We just get him, like, just kind of stun-locked in the water there, and you're just beating them repeatedly. I should be able to get 3 hundo on this excursion through the level. Well, I hope so, anyway. Got 3 more gems out of that fool. Maybe they should have put like a hidden snake lady in Scuttletown, like in the main area of Scuttletown. So you don't have to go really deep into these levels to trade your stuff. Or you don't get into a situation where like you can't use your warp dance because you forgot you traded it for the other one, or just let you like have all the dances at once instead of having to trade them. Alright, there's our 3 hundo. We're out of here. This should be the last thing to buy. And we bought a potion just to have it, just in case you need a potion too. Good old invincibility. We might just use invincibility all through the last level. Actually, there's one section of the last level, it won't work anyway. Hello, sell me invincibility, please. Relic collector, achievement unlocked. So that should be all the stuff. And we have infinite invincibility, and it's time to go. It's time to go finish the game. Poor Risky Boots. Alrighty. Where's my Pepsi? There it is. Yes, we are. Okay, mermaid. So we can't use mermaid invincibility. That's a thing that does not exist. Because we can't... Yeah, we can't use our special magics here. So we got another side-scrolling section. The little shooter section, kind of like they had in Risky's Revenge, which I thought is a neat little touch. Let's see how many gems we get through here. We came through here with basically 0 gems. Let's just see how many there are in the final level. And this time our starfish that we collect that are in love with me because I'm a mermaid, they're like Gradius options, which is hysterical. And I think we'll have 3 of them by the end of this. So it's a little more difficult than the one in Risky's Revenge, because you can just sit at the bottom of the screen and never worry about anything. This one there's actually stuff to dodge, but we have so much health and we're just covering the screen in mermaid laser balls that it's perfectly fine. Not really an endgame challenge, just like an endgame fun times, I guess. Oh, I'm stuck behind the wall! There we go. We got it. We got it. I thought we were going to get crushed behind that wall. But it's fine. I didn't realize where I was on screen because there's so many shots and everything. I'm like, oh, that vaguely greenish thing on the screen is me. That's what I'm controlling. Nope, that was like one of the option shots. So we can use invincibility and the revive dance, but we can't use invincibility in the pike ball. So So I think going through this level, invincibility might be the better option. There are a lot of animal sections, though. I don't know, we'll see. And we're not getting a lot of gems. I'm glad we didn't science this level for gems, because we would have had to just do it twice. I'm not sure how Warp Dance interacts with this last level. Like, if you clear this part of the level, then whistle out, can you skip it next time? Or do you have to clear the whole level for the Warp Dance to function? There is a spot to dance just before this, before you have to turn into a mermaid, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm invincible. None of you guys can touch me. Till we get to this section, we have the elephant. Hooray! Yeah, it's pretty good. That goes faster with scimitars, but... I guess the animal sections, there really aren't monsters to fight anyway. If only you could use the bubble in the animal form. So for this level, they basically just took the Mount Vesuvius level from the end of DuckTales Remastered and put it in Shantae. Where do I need to go here? That was pretty fun. Like, there's a lot of monkey sections in this level, but there's no mouse sections at all. Which is too bad. I would have loved the ability to use mouse one more time. This is so exploitable. It's like that phase bracelet in Shovel Knight, and how you get so much magic in Shovel Knight, you have a functionally infinite amount of it. Now somebody's going to leave me a comment saying I need to Let's Play Shovel Knight. And you're not wrong, I agree, but it's on the giant list of games that I still need to Let's Play. I understand. I better kill this guy or he's going to shoot me in the back. Ooh, you close in on me. I thought you were going to move up and down, but no. You're going to just close on me. How far down do you go? All the way down. I'd be in the lava before I had a chance to get around you. Damn it! Yeah, when I played this game on stream, I was like, oh look, it's every Mario Maker level. They added these skewers to Mario Maker, and then everybody made a level that was just filled with a million skewers. Except me. I think I only made a level with like one. I used them very sparingly. In fact, I remember people building the skewers out of blocks in Super Mario Bros. X back when that was a thing. That's not a thing anymore, though. Why did I go into the lava there? I had to go back to monkey form, and I was like, hey, I think while I'm here, I will just sample this incredibly delicious-looking lava. Like a mouse section where you have to dodge the spikes in some way. Like the spikes go into your little mouse tunnel. Ooh, that guy shot me from like 6 screens away. I'd have been sad if I hit that bubble and then the hit stun threw me into spikes. I would have been very sad indeed. Yeah, this invincibility is pretty good. I mean, it lasts for a long time. I wonder if you can bat through here, because bat would be... No, you couldn't, because he'd end right there. You wouldn't be able to get past that spike wall right there. Question. Asked and answered. Can't get over that one. Gotta go under it. I was gonna try it, though. I was gonna see. I think maybe one Flappy Bird section would have been fine in this game instead of two. One Flappy Bird section, then one Mouse and Spider section. Although I guess the idea is that Spider isn't a required form, so they couldn't have a part of the last level where you need Spider, because then what if you didn't get it? I'm missing a heart. I guess Harpy can stay put if she just fires in place instead of having to kind of Flappy Bird tap there. That's a whole different button, and I'm okay with this one button, I guess. Oh my goodness, this again. Alright, it was 6 hours farming gems. It's gonna be another 6 hours touching those spikes repeatedly. I'm missing a quarter heart. I should probably total restoration again. There we go. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. It's fine. What happened there is I thought I was through. I'm like, oh cool, I got through this time. I'm the best at this game. And then I went to scratch my nose, and that was a mistake. Because it meant taking my hand off the controller for less than 1.3 seconds. What am I doing? Alright, this is the time. Guys, don't worry. We got it. We got it this time. Remember, we only have infinity tries because we can refill our health as much as we want. Because we have all the magic in the world. And then once we run out of our infinite magic, I have one mega potion with which to restore my infinite magic back to infinity again. That wasn't the time, guys. That wasn't it. This is it, though. Frickro, this level's making a mockery out of my religion! Your religion shouldn't be video games. There's more to believe in than pixels and polygons. A little too exuberant on that last flap. That was an over-exuberant flap. Okay, here we go. I can't talk because it's very stressful. I wish I could bat form through here. My goodness. Again with this. I'm gonna blame WayForward for this, I think. It's not that I'm terrible with their game. It's that the hitboxes on spikes... What was the adjective I was... Exuberant, yes. Overly exuberant hitboxes in the Flappy Bird section. Much exuberance to go around here in Lava World. Hooray! And that was literally the last level. So there's not going to be much to the final boss fights. We're just going to put on the scimitars and just go ham sandwich. And when we need to refill health, we'll refill health. And just tank all the damage. I have learned how to dodge the boss fight, because one of the games I fought I didn't get the infinite magic. So, it's actually a pretty fun boss fight if you do it properly. But there's no reason to do it properly when you are decked out in all of the magic in the world. But this is the fight I was talking about earlier on, where she uses all her abilities from Pirate's Curse. Except for this anchor. Did Pirate's Curse have an anchor? I don't remember now. But I think these Tinkerbats will drop hearts too, because why not? Oh, it drops some magic. Good. Now I have infinity plus 1 magic. Infinity plus 2 magic. She was inside my scimitars there. That's the one item she doesn't use in this fight, is the scimitar, because I guess I have it. Sorry, Risky. Sorry, not sorry. The Tinker Brain! Final boss, Form 1. So we gotta unscrew the Tinker Brain first. And then scimitar all of these things. I think I fought this thing for like 5 minutes the first time I played this without realizing I was trying to unscrew the thing. And Monkey is better here because it unscrews him way faster. Look how fast that's going. Like I'm about to catch up with his laser beam there. I'm gonna catch up to the back of this laser beam and then be sad. Alright, that's that. Another thing here is that Risky got control of the genie world and turned all the genies evil, and they're like, Shantae, now you have to murder all the genies because you're a murderer! And Shantae says, I am a murderer, that's awesome. And you murder all the genies and you get the bad ending. But if you find all of Risky's underwear or whatever, you instead get the good ending. So this is the Metroid Prime Parasite Queen fight. Essentially. Come on, slow down. Ah, damn it. We just gotta aim this thing in there. Really? That didn't do it? That did it. We're just going to tank all the damage because we have infinite refill of health whenever we want. This fight is actually quite tricky to actually, if you have to dodge all the stuff. So you're looking for the evil genie that doesn't have a shell around her. We'll get on the next rotation here. I'm sure if you're really good, you can time it even if it's going super fast like this. But raise your hand if you're really good. I'm not raising my hand. You can't... I realize I don't have my webcam on. You can't see that I'm not raising my hand, but I'm not. We're down to half health. We better fix that. No, this way. Oh, no, not this way. You! So even with the bikini, these things are doing a full heart worth of damage, it looks like. Alright, we're getting there. So not quite as cool as the final boss in Pirate's Curse. Oh, I jumped too early to get that hit. But still pretty cool. How come that didn't go in? How come that didn't do it? That one looks like a bubble formed around it after the fact. We're at half health again. How many healing items do we have? Oh, many healing items. Oh, we have none of the stakes here, though. And we have the... in case our infinite magic runs out, we've got that as well. And that is the end of the Tinker Brain, and brings us to the end of the gameplay. So, I've already unlocked the the artwork you get for completing the game. It was like the speedrunner achievement. I think it's under 3 hours, probably. And we rescued the zombie hamster! First time we streamed this, we're like, wait a minute, the zombie hamster's in that machine. Is it just gonna die? What's going... Nope. You rescue the zombie hamster at the end. Somebody at WayForward had the foresight. Alright, it's an escape sequence time. And I don't think you can actually lose this because you don't have a health meter or anything anymore. So I'm not sure what the haps is. But I probably will still lose it because you gotta grab hooks later. And grabbing hooks is a little finicky in this game. Especially when you're moving this fast. And the hooks are also moving fast. And aiming is hard, guys. See what I tell you? What I tell you? So it was 6 hours to farm gems, and then 6 hours to get past the spike section, and now it's gonna be 6 hours in the sliding section at the end. So, there's not a level in this game that I will dread playing when I replay it. But I will never again get the hundo because that farming gems, man. I mean... I enjoyed figuring out that the worms were the way to be there. But still... You can just hit all of these gears, and I don't think the game cares at all. This is some Donkey Kong-ass country level design right here. I love those levels in Donkey Kong Country. It's always weird to me when I meet players that don't like the minecart levels in Donkey Kong Country. They're roller coasters in Donkey Kong Country too, actually. So that brings us to the end of the gameplay in Half-Genie Hero. And it's funny because at this point, Shantae still thinks she's murdered all the genies because she's a murderer, and she's like got this really happy look on her face. I murdered 12 people today.
We made it.
And we end the game with smooth jazz. Shantae, After Hours. Can't skip this cutscene, which is why I'm just pushing the button a lot. So we get hired back at our job as Guardian Genie by Mayor Fatbutt. Then all my friends have better things to do than hang out with me. So, some number of these side characters will be playable because the stretch goals got met, but I don't remember which ones, and I don't feel like looking it up either. Why would I ever look anything up? But we got the good ending because we got all of Risky's underwear and stuff. And because they smelled like Risky or something, Mimic was able to make the magic recombobulator. So after we murdered all the genies, we unmurdered them all. And everybody's unmurdered except for maybe Risky, but probably not even Risky. Super happy ending. And now we get to enjoy this awesome vocal track one more time. It's the title screen music and the first level music and the end credits music. I took that opportunity to go get a glass of ice from my kitchen so my Pepsi could be ice cold once again here at the end of the incredibly long credits. I understand why they put all the Kickstarter backer names and stuff in the credits, but like I don't know, it kind of bloats the credit. Not that I watch the credits in the games that I replay this often, but didn't Mighty Number 9 have like an insanely long, like a 2-hour credits roll or something? At least they stacked the credits up here, like in 4 columns. So I'm kind of curious to see what my final time is. I'm sure I'll get a new piece of artwork because we got 100% of the items. And then I got a piece of artwork for beating the game, I think in under 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours, one of the two. And then I'm sure there's another art piece for getting 100% of the items in some kind of unreasonable time. And that's the end of the Christmas video, guys. I didn't get all the items. I missed an item somewhere. I only got 99% items. What item did I miss, and where is it? Why did they give me an achievement for getting all the items if I didn't get all the items? What did I not buy? This is gonna drive me crazy until New Year's.